Very middle school. Whoever has
Okay, and it's good to go.
Okay, thank you.
welcome.
Does somebody want to recap? Or do you guys want me to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when last we left off, our heroes had found themselves at the behest of their employer, Haley's Circus, touring the countryside, looking for new profitable venues and partnerships. They were sent to a house of a specific Von Durst family in a strange land they'd never heard of called Barovia. Invariably, because of whoever was driving, we won't say who, they got lost in the mist, got sort of turned around, and for many hours couldn't tell, top from bottom where they were. Eventually, they found themselves pulled up inside of a haunted house, and because of DM railroading, they went inside. They found all manner of horrors. This house was more dungeon than home. You successfully dispatched the remains of what you can only surmise was some sort of ancient, long-forgotten cult devoted to worshiping a prominent figure of this land named in the letter Strad von Zarovich. In this house from which you've just escaped, you found nothing but horrors and hardship. After battling your way through ghosts, ghouls, shadows, and monsters, you are bloody, battered, and exhausted. You find a wagon out in front of the house, pulled up not 10 feet from your own. It was not there when you arrived. An old crone, standing straight, despite her apparent years, with coffee-colored skin and white hair pulled into a tight, thick braid, waits patiently in front of your carriage as you make your way down the property's stone walkway, beaten and battered. I believe where we left off was she said that we should talk.
Oh, I remember that.
As Jeremy walked right past her and got into the carriage. And I leave it to you.
You have that doll too, Jeremy.
Huh?
You have that doll.
Oh, yeah. No, I threw it at you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Remember you caught it and then let out like a and then dropped it?
Yeah. I look at her and I say, who are you?
I am Evangeline. My people call me Ava, or Madam Ava, or Grandmother. If it means anything to you, I vow by my power and my life that no harm shall come to you while in my people's company. If you'll indulge me, I can offer you food, drink, and a safe place to spend the night.
My God,
What
she's
did you-
Nana.
Where did you come from, grandmother?
Oh, I'm from a little bit of everywhere. These lands are my lands. My people are wanderers. I don't...
What do you know of this house we just had a very fine time in?
I know that it's a damned place, and I know that not many come back out once they go inside.
Well, this is her carriage only outside, right?
She's behind yours.
Behind ours.
Okay.
She's got a very colorful carriage, a little bit smaller than yours, garishly painted in very bright reds, yellows, purples. There's some copper bells hanging off. It looks like a carriage / home. Very brightly colored.
Is it steeded?
It is. There are 2 horses.
Do they look in any better shape than ours?
Nope. They are as old as she is.
Okay. Yeah, you want us all to pile in that thing? You gonna pull us all in that thing?
Oh, you're welcome to follow me. These old girls don't go that fast.
Follow.
Can I like get a gauge for if she's like lying to us or?
Yeah, you should. You certainly can. Make a perception check or an insight check. Make an insight check.
I don't think inside as well.
17.
15 to me.
She seems very eager to talk to you. She does not seem duplicitous. You don't sense any evil intent.
Okay. I'll turn over to Tahor and I'll say, What do you think? Do you think we can trust her? I have a good feeling.
If she's got a place to sleep and things to eat, I'm for it. I'm fucking tired.
I say we tell her to give us some food for our cart while we're following her. We're very hungry. Can you provide provisions for the ride?
You just
Is
ate.
this beef jerky or
Whatever you got, lady. She's a nana. She's got good food in there.
Yeah, Werther's Originals.
Didn't Ulysses spend half of
I
last
did
campaign
spend eating and sleeping. That's
he has a
fine.
very large bulk.
Gotta
Let's
be.
maintain.
Got a lot of calories.
That's true. He does. A lot of
Yeah.
muscle mass.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna read because for the last time we were basically lost, and it was established it was like 2 a.m. So we spent like however many hours inside that house. So
So you will ask for food?
Yeah.
Okay, she sort of like looks a little, pats her pockets. She pulls out a little beef jerky. She's got a little flag skin of water, and she sort of just she goes, "Give me a moment," and she starts waddling her way like old women do, sort of like
Are you in need of our services?
painfully opens the door. She's like, well, not right now. She steps up into the carriage, and you hear like ruffling around. You hear pots and pans. You hear drawers being pulled open. Then she comes back out in about a minute and a half, holding a sack. She tosses it to you.
I eat the stuff.
You eat the stuff. You don't even look at it. You
You're
just
just
start
gonna,
eating.
just gonna pour the sack
Yeah.
sight unseen into your mouth.
Yeah.
Could be a live cat for all you know, but
It's apples. You open up the sack and you look and you see apples, you see onions, you see root vegetables, garlic. She goes, unfortunately, that's all I have with me. Half of it's for me and the other half is for them out front pulling me. But if you'll accompany back to my camp, we can wine you, we can dine you, we can give you a place to rest.
All right. Lead the way.
share some of them fucking apples.
I toss him an onion.
I'll take an onion.
All right. She it takes her a minute. She like cocks a leg up on the steps that she's got built onto the side of her carriage and raises her two shaky arms and pulls herself up to get on the seat. She's like, no, it's fine. I've got it. Gets into the driver's seat. She takes a look at
Thor helps only those who can help themselves.
She takes a look at Jim after she gets settled. She goes, there's room up here for two.
All right, yeah.
Okay. You find that as you let her cart work its way around and pass, and her horses are not very fast, so it's not difficult to keep up with her.
We're taking our cart, right? We're falling behind her in our cart.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
And our-
Yes, Jim, she did actually.
I am riding with her.
Okay.
I guess
So you find
I'm driving the cart. Our cart.
you find that you're in a city. You are on cobblestones. They're not in terrible condition.
Does this city come out of like nowhere, or is it just like we
The
went
mist-
enough time? And
Since
we came
you've
into a
come
city?
out of the house,
Okay.
the mists have begun to recede, and you found that it is a fairly clear evening on ground level anyway. It's still very dark and cloudy, but you can kind of make out that there are lanterns in the roadway, oil lanterns, not all of them lit, some of them broken, but there's enough to see that there's a nice cobblestone pathway in this town that you find yourselves in. There are a lot of old wooden houses tightly packed together. Think like 1800s Jack the Ripper style, like kind of not Victorian, just after Victorian. Not a very wealthy city, older, a lot of leaning, creaking houses. And yeah, and she starts heading a certain way, but I'll tell you in a second. She starts heading south on this cobblestone road.
Where are we? We're just in the cars.
You're asking her?
No, I'm asking where we're just
It
waiting.
is, like I said, I apologize.
No, that's no worries. I
my
just want
map
to make sure we weren't
situation
situated somewhere.
is fucked. Okay. So a lot of this is going to be talking through. I apologize. So yeah, you start heading what you can estimate is south, but the cloud cover coupled with the dim moonlight, you're not exactly sure where you are.
So I'll ask her. So why exactly are we following you?
Okay. She's sort of like without turning her head, she goes, I don't know why you're here.
And that is an uncommon thing for me. I don't like it. I should very much like to get to know you, and if you'll permit me, perhaps perform a touch of augury that we might get to the bottom of why you're here.
Should I put that one in there?
I am a gifted woman.
When you cut that?
The Night Mother has seen fit to bless me with the sight, but perhaps that is a tale left for when everyone can hear it. I'm gifted as well. I can see that. Didn't want the dwarf riding with me. You didn't hear that.
It would make more sense for us to get some sleep and food before we figure out whether we're going to help you in any way. Can you provide those accommodations?
I can keep you safe, warm, and fed.
I think it's worth a rest. If we literally just came out and have been wandering, I say we get a fresh start at dawn.
Okay. So it takes about an hour and a half. You find your
How big is this fucking city?
no,
Well,
I'm sorry. To get out of the city takes about 15, 20 minutes. Okay. It takes about an hour and a half the whole journey.
Okay.
And you turn onto a dirt road going through like gently sloping fields. To the north, you can see dark green forests, maybe a quarter mile, half mile off. Eventually, you cross over a bridge through more and more dense forest, and the path comes to a fork. You take the North Fork, and it gently slopes upward. After that, you eventually find yourself next to a river. And after about 20 minutes of northwest travel alongside this river, you begin to hear the sound of voices, of instruments playing gently. You begin to smell fire, and smoke, and cooking meat. And
She's a gypsy.
you are beginning to hear the sounds of fun.
Wow. Yo, full racist. Clicky click. God damn it, John.
The road gradually disappears and is replaced by a twisted, muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts in the earth are evidence of the comings and goings of the wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There is a clearing here next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colorful round tents, each 10 feet in diameter, are pitched outside of a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. And as Madame Ava, as she introduced herself to you, pulls up, she sort of rears back on the reins and parks her wagon and begins to unhitch the horses next to the other 8 so that they might take refreshment, horse refreshment. I don't fucking know.
So we're just gonna try and find a place to sleep.
Okay.
I assume, like, do we sleep in our wagon?
Are we like in a fire area?
We're at a camp.
Okay.
Did you not hear any of that?
I did. I'm just trying to see where exactly we are.
Okay, you're in a gypsy camp.
How many people are around this campfire?
Around this campfire, there are 12 people singing, dancing, eating. All of them eye you. None of them particularly get up to say hi, but they don't look particularly aggressive. They seem caught up in their singing and their revelry.
So I'll ask Ava. So where should we all rest then?
Okay. Shit, I have this written down.
Unlike somebody who had a nap in our last adventure.
That's true. Your boat should be well rested.
Seeing as how this is unfamiliar territory, we may be taking shifts.
So she says, regrettably, we do not have much room in the wagons. You are more than welcome to our fire, rest, partake of our food and our drink. You are welcome to stay in my tent if you like, if you don't mind the smell.
Yoshi, that.
She is looking at you, but then
First.
she does extend the invitation to all of you. It is the largest tent, and I certainly don't mind. If you would permit me the privilege of offering kindness to strangers.
I'm drinking.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, Tahora's gonna go to whatever place of rest was offered.
Okay, so she sort of snaps her fingers, and you hear her call a young voice. She says, "Elias," and a young, swarthy man, maybe like late teens, early 20s, runs up, and she instructs him to bring you guys food and drink, and he does so.
How lucky are you? You've got a sleeping partner. I'm so tempted to just crawl up and spoon you.
So now she gives you the run of the camp. What would you like to do?
I'll go see what's to eat.
She would.
Campfire.
All right, so they're cooking some sort of roast beast. Had 4 legs and a head at one time.
All right, I'll grab something.
All right,
Tahora's
yeah.
gonna grab a leg and eat.
All right, the gypsy, the Vistani around the fire make pleasantries. They each introduce themselves. You promptly forget their names. They give you meat. They give you wine, which is not the best thing you've ever had to drink, but serviceable. And after you are fed and drink, Madam Ava, looking somewhat nervous, shifting from one foot to the other, kind of walks up to you. She says, "If you would permit me, I would speak with you for just a moment in my tent."
It's just all of us.
Yes,
Okay.
not just.
All right.
Okay.
She showed a preference.
Don't sound so hurt.
We're all well fed. I think that's the least we could do. We'll hear you out.
Yeah, lead the way.
Thank you. So her tent is to the east of it. Well, fuck, it doesn't matter. So she takes you to the
Away.
largest tent in camp. Inside, there's a lot of stuffed pillows. There's a small fire pit which has coals like burning gently. It smells of incense and vegetables. She takes a seat on a pillow in front of. It takes a second to get herself a little comfortable on one of the larger pillows. You hear her bones creaking as she does so. She settles herself. She looks at you all. She says, "I am a gifted woman. I've already told your friend this. The night my omniscient, there is little anymore that yet surprises me. You 4, I must admit, have caught me completely unawares. If you permit me, I shall read your fortunes with the Taraka. The Taraka is a tool, an ancient method of glancing into the possible futures. Left to its own devices, it is always correct. Heeded and respected, its predictions can be changed for the better. Mocked or ignored, its wrath knows few equals. Will you permit me to read the cards for you?"
Yeah, no, they were good. Yeah,
Hi.
You can read his.
Well, read the cards.
Okay.
Read on.
All right. So she has you sit down across from her. She takes out a deck of beautifully worked, old, well-worn cards out of a wooden box that's lined with velvet.
Hurry up, winch.
Like everybody on your team now is just like a-holes.
That was my pause, not hers. Trying to- Go ahead and roll perception, everybody.
yeah.
22.
16.
What was the highest? 22 so far?
Did you see a bag of peppers
22.
that was chopped up at all when you were putting stuff up?
Okay.
Everything looks like it should be
-1,
Okay.
13.
Yeah, I can't.
And you're the one she's reading to.
Wait, what was it? Sorry.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I got 16. Did you get that?
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about
Joe, did you hear mine?
it. What's that?
Did you hear mine?
What
Okay,
was it?
22.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna step outside the tent while she reads this.
okay.
Stretch my legs.
So you take a walk?
Taking the
No, I'm just gonna step outside the front of the tent.
Okay.
Pretty much standing there.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make sure.
You can make another perception check if you want, since you change your surroundings.
All right.
Wait, did we know? Sorry, I got distracted. Like, what was the perception check for? Or do we not know?
Nice.
18.
Okay. She pulls out a card, lays it down in front of you. On it is an ugly man, a painting of an ugly man holding a dagger with a
Okay.
cloak in front of his face. And she, oh fuck, shit, fuck.
I will, I'll just text you back.
What happened?
Thank you.
But
That's my. Okay. Holding, anyway, it's an ugly guy going like this with a cloak and a dagger in his hand. She goes, "This is the traitor. This card tells a history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. Look for a wealthy woman, a staunch ally of the devil. She keeps this treasure under lock and key with the bones of her ancient enemy."
here.
You know what? Don't worry about writing it down. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Because it follows that you care to remember this or write it down.
All right,
whatever.
cool.
She lies down a second card, and you see a beautiful woman in robes holding a staff in one hand and a censer in another, like the Catholic censer, burning mist and stuff. She goes, "This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. I see a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon, the master of the marsh of whom I speak. Knows of whom I speak." Fuck that up. And she draws three more because Jim's not here. You show me to send these to you? No, fuck
Yeah,
it,
you can.
I'll read it. She draws another one, and you see an armored knight holding the sun in one hand and a sword in the other. She goes, "This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. I see a sleeping prince, a servant of light, and the brother of darkness. This treasure lies with him." She draws one more card, a fourth card, and places it down. "This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in a battle against darkness." And then she sort of pauses and she goes, and you hear her under her breath, she goes, "Down. Shit.
Shit, what?
The man who will help you is one of mine. He's a bastard."
Is he a worthy companion?
He's what?
Is he a worthy companion?
He's smart, and he's a decent fighter, and he's got a rotten soul. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. But apparently he's gonna help you.
While they're doing this, I'll walk over back to that fire where those people were.
Okay, let me do one more card,
That's
and then
fine.
I'll get to you. And then she draws the last card. She says, "Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. Look to the Father's tomb." And I'm going to send all those to you in just a second. So that's the reading that she did for you. Jim, what are you doing?
I'm walking back to the fire. I'm gonna look for whoever looks the chattiest. Sit next to him and
You
say,
see the young man that she called. She
Elias?
called him Elias. And he's sitting there kind of laughing and drinking next to a fairly attractive young woman who's totally ignoring him. And you sit down next to him.
"Ain't gonna ignore this." So I'll ask him, "So what's her story then?" Referring to Ava.
Ooh,
I'm asking Elias this.
grandmother.
Yes, I'm asking it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. You're.
Oh, that's, yeah, sorry. I should
No, that's all right.
Well, I mean, grandmothers led our tribe for as long as anyone knows. What do you want to know? I mean, she brought you here. I assume she brought you here for a reason.
Do you know that reason?
I don't even know what I'm having for breakfast tomorrow.
Which one of your friends might know?
He points to Madame Ava's tent.
Let's deal with it. I'm going to ask the young lady, so which tent is yours?
Make a roll charisma. Make a persuasion check.
What's your email? 10.
Not the worst roll.
She looks at you and she goes, I don't remember.
Ouch. All right, then I'm off. I'll head back to Ava's tent.
So after the reading, Ulysses walks back in.
Wait, was the reading just for like Baka, or was that for like the whole group? Okay.
It was for him or was for the group? Oh, okay.
Oh, she didn't tell you that. She's not going to.
This is why I wanted to not be in the tent.
So after the reading, she sort of looks down and she looks more disturbed than she did before, more worried than she did before. She goes, "These cards in this arrangement, you have been brought here to face the devil's Strahd, the vampire king. But this does not make sense. My people, the Vistani, and if you want, you can roll intelligence to see what you know about the Vistani."
Yeah.
Okay. You get the sense they're gypsies, and you probably wouldn't trust them to watch your horse.
Called it.
Was this what gave it away?
The cookie coffee? Jesus.
Many of us are in Strahd's employ. I'm not proud of it, but I made a compact with him many, many years ago to ensure the safety of my people. We bring him men and women when he desires them. Hardy, adventurous types such as you, often under false pretense. In return, he offers us protection. He draws no Vistani blood, and when we're struck down, he wreaks bloody vengeance. He also allows us safe passage through the mists, a privilege which no other are afforded. Not even Strahd himself can traverse the mists. In exchange for these allowances, we serve. More of us than I would like have come to revere him, to treat him as some sort of god king, and are eager to lure hapless wanderers into Barovia for him. But you, we didn't bring you here. I don't know why you're here. And after that, she sort of withdraws into herself, and she looks.
Did she say they bring him?
I
what?
say, speak plainly, woman. What do you want from us?
I want to know why you're here.
They bring him. You bring him what?
We came here.
Hero.
We are here to get more advertising and more sales.
Well, you're certainly not the type. That would explain why we didn't invite you in.
Well, we did receive a summons.
Huh?
We received a summons to this area to
Yeah, that's right.
to seek out other prospects for our troop back home. We're the scouting party, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, do we have that letter?
I'm sure I do somewhere.
Can we take a look at the letter?
Yeah, I reach into my sack and I look for it.
What letter?
Didn't you say we were supposed to? We
Yeah,
received.
so there's I guess, not so much a letter, but you were given directions to a house with the
Okay.
instructions to begin negotiations
Gotcha.
in Barovia for a Haley's Circus branch, I guess you'd call it.
Did we go to that? Was that the house?
That was the house. You went in that house and there was nothing but death waiting for you in there.
Okay. So then, never mind. I don't have a letter. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
read.
you pull out the instructions and the address and the direction, but she doesn't recognize it at all. Actually, fuck me. So you have the letter?
Yeah.
I'll do this in front of everybody. She kind of pales a little bit and she goes, this is Strahd's handwriting. Vistani had nothing to do with this.
This vampire king. This is They are one and the same?
Yes.
Then perhaps we should go talk to this Strahd and see what's going on. He clearly invited us.
Uh,
Come on, woman.
We don't know why we're here. She doesn't fucking know why we're here. Then let's leave.
We're here because we're scouting for more.
Do you have any talent in your troop who might contribute to our endeavor?
I mean, you've seen Elias.
You've seen it. The Vistani aren't much for contracts. We prefer to come and go as we please. Though the circus is our natural environment, we tend to go to the wind takes us.
Wouldn't it make sense to leave Strahd's overview and join us so you don't have to provide these offerings?
We're making solid arguments here, aren't we?
We're in a hard spot.
I myself cannot leave for very long. And many of my people would not leave if you proposed it. As I said, they come to revere him and love him.
Shall we propose it to the group then?
Certainly try.
You spoke of another that we're supposed to find, someone amongst your people. Who is this individual? Where can we find them?
His name is Aragol. I don't permit him in my camp. He's a bastard.
Where can we find this Aragol?
Nothing wrong with bastards.
Okay, so what's that? So she gives you directions to a second camp, the Vistani camp. She gives you fairly succinct directions, but warns you that it will take you a good 2 days ride to get there.
Oh.
And cautions you not to travel at night.
All right.
Go to sleep.
What kind of provisions do you have? Are you
All of them.
For-
We have provisions for traveling.
I'm delighted to hear it.
So, I think back to the main question. So, well, finding this guy, I'm still confused as what she wants us to know why we're here.
The gods told your fortune. Your fortune is apparently to fight the Devil Straw. In this fight, Aragol will help you, whether he wants to or not. That does not mean you should trust him.
Okay.
Is he here in this camp, or she's telling us to go find him?
He's in the other camp.
She has given
Wait.
directions to a second Vistani camp saying she wants nothing to do with Aragol and don't trust him as far as you can throw him.
So,
Well, I suggest we rest for the night and then leave in the morning.
yeah, let's do that.
Cool. So you guys eat, drink, sleep, whatever?
Yep.
All right. Let's
Long rest.
Let's take a break while we do that. And I'm going to talk to Cody for a second.
Yay! Ain't nobody gonna take a shot with the chick? Am I the only one to get shot down? Go on, man. Somebody gonna make it happen.
Well, actually,
Yeah, she played for the I did not expect him to follow her. So I'm gonna have you I just thought I was gonna have you be in the city that they were from. Okay. So you ran up to them. Let's say that you were in there. The burgomaster of the town they were in. It's just called Barovia as well. Like I said, all your party was killed or whatever, and you found solace with these Vistani. Okay. And they took you in because they recognized it as a magic teacher would be very useful. So it's say for like the past week. Okay. And like using cantrips to mend tents, like little shit. Okay. If you have any ideas of your own, feel free to throw it around there. Okay.
when you hear
If they
this,
get that cancer,
you know, if you
it's gonna be
hear
very
it
chaos.
right, you don't.
Too many like chaos. Like I had explained why.
Safeguard.
Um,
I would assume that if this was just reading out.
and let's say that you recognize it, it's like, oh shit, you're
Then
clearly
I'm
not
not
there.
under any
Like,
obligation.
please, like, say, like, I was
Horrible
like, his camp, they are more like stereotypical
You'll do something wrong. Don't eat it.
scammers, schemers, bandits, murderers,
Why is
rapists.
something wrong?
That's fine.
I don't know if that's how
We'll
much
get
they
you
all.
play and hopefully we'll get some action. Cool. Do you have any questions? Sam?
Right, it's literally. Because I don't know what she said.
So you said that I've been with them, for about a week. How long has my party been dead?
Now
We're gonna have 2 weeks. So, okay, so I kind of like a couple days, like trying to figure out the mist and trying to get out here. Your party got lost in the mist, I was in Barovia and they lasted about 2 weeks before they would end up in March. Okay. Trying to discover why there was a watch from the chat. Let's see what else. And if you want to ask me this in the middle of play, I'll help you out. Like, alright, cool. Yeah, no, I just imagine that like I'm just reluctantly here as I'm stuck.
Was any kind of cryptic, like.
Yeah, okay, cool. It's an easy transition. I mean, it's like Victorian kind of steampunky. Yeah, they have so much of that technology. But there's not a lot of like luxury. There's not a lot of resources, libraries. I'm just gonna find like a lot of people. I don't like. Yes, that's exciting. Like, this is a means to an end. Like, I'm trying to get out of it. And these people know how to get through the mist. So, Andrew, did you hear any of that?
What?
Your goddamn microphone. Nothing, you're gonna go away.
I heard a little bit, but then I started doing stuff, so.
I'm just literally looking for an out. My attitude was what she said is it almost sounds like about that with as only someone like this is what you have to do. My attitude is I'm not gonna be in the room with it. So you have to issue bring the right. That's why I realized now I'm probably not really specific. But she don't have right. I apologize. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. She just literally the way she cautioned it, like I'm gonna read this and if you follow it, you're good. But if you don't, that's a I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna hear something. I'll follow up. I thought it might have been a specific prophecy that you have to follow exactly. But what they're telling me is you will draw so much diamond. It's not such a locked in.
There's no,
Yeah.
I
didn't realize it was like for a full year of grinding your like it was
there is treasure somewhere that will help you,
right? Great power rates.
there is a great weapon somewhere they would like it will help you. And then she read where
What the back of that flashlight?
you mean like this, and then there was a location, like where to find it.
What does that have to do with the
With advertising,
Yes.
I mean, Regicide is great advertising.
What it comes to showing. He really is. He's all about it.
Lollygag.
He's got things to do.
So
It's a hype piece.
this is unrelated. I bought something for your wife because she said she was gonna be here. Now I'm like a little butthurt about it. So I need somebody to try to be with me.
Okay.
All right. Doesn't have to be you if you don't want, if you're smart.
Are they really hot? Is that the idea?
No, it's just real stupid. I'll say, it's moonshine pickles.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You combined two of my favorites. I told her. When you told me that thing about how you like martinis, I've been telling you forever. Take the olive jar, empty it, put vodka and vermouth in it, and then eat vodka infused olives. Like, fuck martinis, just do it like that. This is that. It's just pickles.
You have a point, right?
No one.
And I know how you've been. That's good news. Yeah, it's like we things have like hard turned around in the last like couple months. Like shitty job merger. I just transferred to a different department, doing a whole different job now. Now I'm married. Yes. Well, I'll tell you with all due respect to the people in the room. This is the biggest thing in life. No. Why number 2 tends to work out a lot. You learn from your mistakes. You learn. No, yeah. So far, I have chosen a bride who is literally almost in every facet the opposite of fuck paper Lindsay. There you go. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. As did I. As did I. What's so running far in the opposite direction? I don't know if you had this experience. I know I did. The day of that wedding, I literally no fear. It was literally like, nope, this is the right woman. I know now what the right thing is. I'm telling you, instructions in the house. I had the utmost fear. It's the first time. It's like there's a little bit of honestly, like, I wouldn't even call it it's not even and so like we were having our problem already, but and I'm like, okay, no, like I follow with Isaac, doing that. But you know, like I was not good my wedding. But yeah, this time like did it really good. It's small, like Vegas, got married together. And yeah, like honestly, like it's. I don't hate it. No, you know what? Brian was essentially saying, you know, well, either we're going to be together, you get to see your daughter, or we're not, and then good luck to you. Because at that point, I mean, it wasn't. I was having this legal arrangements there, so like she was just. Yeah. I love you. So you make the wrong decision. Yes. Like it's a huge deal. It's like just having that piece of paper, like in the eyes of the law, it makes you a more bona fide father. Absolutely. But no, we can go good. New job.
New life.
New life.
I'm gonna say what we should do for my son.
Like together, like boys and girls together, not just like segregated.
No, this is sorry.
You're referring to something else.
We're doing something else. Yeah.
So we draw a line in the room here, and then
Girls, boys.
yes. Yeah, those are like our camping group, like.
Where's that big, sorry?
I mean, I feel like we've done, you know, members of women of the break through various contests. It's just always really sugar.
I didn't know my brother.
I'm gonna go over there. They'll take the time. I'll try to push.
Yeah, no, I feel bad doing.
No, you're true.
Literally forget. The funny thing is the game don't know where it's something. We see where they're out or something. And they're like, oh shit. Oh shit, there you go. We have a spot. Hey, what's Andrew's perception check?
Andrew.
He doesn't even need to make one.
Dude, I forgot you were here.
Hello. We apologize for that. Sorry.
I apologize for nothing. Okay.
Red, climb. Big girl, that's a good one. Oh, sorry,
She's fine.
So do you guys take Madame Ava up on her offer to sleep in her tent? Do you camp out by the fire? Do you sleep in your wagon?
I'm sleeping by the
I'm
fire
sleeping by the fire.
because it's gonna be warm and
Yeah, fire.
And I want to see any
the closer the hell I can
Horse
get,
tired.
good.
Okay.
Yep.
So you guys you eat, you drink, maybe you chat with a few of the Vistani pleasantly.
No.
Unfortunately, you get no action from it.
Yeah.
Or you don't talk to them at all. Like,
There you
what's the rude bastards?
Fuck them.
Dirty fucking gypsies.
I
All
keep
right.
my hand on my wallet the entire night.
All right. You awake, you perform your morning necessities, you begin to see your carriage.
Beard oil.
All right.
As you're going about your morning, you awaken to find an elven man of medium height lingering amongst the Vistani. He wears black leather armor with dark clothing underneath, highlights of red and purple throughout his outfit. He's eating an apple, speaking cheerfully with a Vistani woman who is obviously terrified of him. He's not attempting to threaten her in any way, but she has a frozen smile and wide eyes. She's like nodding violently occasionally as he speaks to her. Upon noticing that you have noticed him, he smiles, he tosses aside the apple, and he starts licking the fingers of his left hand and hails you and smiles like widely as he approaches. As he gets within 10 feet of you, I need everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw.
21.
9.
Oh,
that's
I
struggling.
can't remember what my constitution was.
Shit.
What'd you get?
7.
15.
Okay. All of you are sort of taken aback and take a step back
Was it 21?
as he get
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll get
a
that.
liar.
Okay.
as he approaches the party and gets within 10 feet of you. You feel chills down your spine and goose flesh raises on your arms as you swear to God you hear a chorus of ghostly howls screaming, not in your ears but in your head. You kind of look around, not sure if anyone else heard it, and you two are so shaken by it that y'all are the only ones that actually hear him speak. And he
Wait,
walks-
which two are shaking?
Who?
We are. You and you are the
Okay,
only ones.
okay.
Andrew and Josh, you're the only ones who have the wherewithal
Thank you.
to actually speak to him. He smiles brightly and he says, "Good morning. I am Rahadin, Batman to Lord Strahd Zarovich."
Batman?
Batman. It's like a term that fuck you. I knew I shouldn't fucking say. Lord Strahd is
We get it.
Lord Strahd is pleased with your arrival in Barovia and bade me deliver you this missive. He hopes that you'll see fit to join him for a late dinner 2 days hence, or at your earliest convenience. He extends his right hand, in which is a letter. I take my leave of you and good day. And he starts going like this.
I'll take it.
Nope. I got it. I got it.
Okay,
He
cool.
bows deeply, turns around promptly, and begins to walk away. He steps up into the air with his left foot, and as he does so, a phantom stirrup materializes around this raised foot. A ghostly steed starts materializing around it immediately thereafter, and it begins to carry him off in the direction of what you assume is his castle.
The fuck?
That was fucking something, wasn't it?
Now that he's gone, as soon as he left your immediate presence, Jim and Jeremy, you sort of
Snap out of it.
Yeah.
So what that fucking
I
queer do you say?
Fucking readable.
Queer. What that fucking queer say? It's not a very PC game.
Mr. Straw invited us to dinner for 2 days.
You hear Rahadin from over the horizon.
Can I?
Lord Strong.
Important to hear it. So I guess I'm just gonna open up the thing and read it to everybody.
Okay.
What does it say?
All right.
Or you want to give it to me?
No, if you're going to read it out loud, I will absolutely do that for you. My friends, know that it is I who have brought you to this land, my home, and know that I alone can release you from it. I bid you dine with me at my castle so that we can meet in civilized surroundings. Your passage here will be a safe one. I await your arrival. Your host, Strahd Zarovich. And this letter was sealed with deep red wax and a crest showing a raven with wings outstretched in front of the castle.
That's quite the little. It all fits in that little intricate castle. What the fuck did they get?
He's got a little scalpel in it, like vampires, man. Once you get past 100, you got a lot of free time for hobbies.
Minis to the extreme.
We going?
Strahd is not impressed with your minis.
I mean, from this point, it feels like, even though meta-wise, I know Strahd's a bad guy, I feel like fucking dude invited us to dinner.
It's pretty
That's
civil.
why we're here. So
No,
What?
that's true.
I say we take the letter to the old lady, see what she thinks of it. She was the one who identified Strahd's handwriting to begin with, right? On our letter.
Sure.
Let's take it to her and see if they match.
Okay,
let's
sure.
do it.
She may have some input.
Yeah, Madam Ava, is she around? Or I start looking for her.
No, you find her easily enough. She's around camp doing her Ava stuff. All right, you find her sitting at the fire, let's say. She's stirring a pot of something. And she greets you and you give her the letter. She looks at it. It smells all right. Right. You've definitely eaten worse.
About to eat some of that.
She starts to read it and she sort of doesn't look surprised or shocked, but her posture sort of falls a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that guy give us his name?
As
Yeah,
Rahadin.
Yeah.
Rahadin. As far as I can tell, this is a genuine letter. I honestly don't know of anyone who would have the stones to impersonate Strahd anyhow. Seems you...
Can we mention the guy who gave us the letter
Yeah, we'll throw his name out there.
Oh,
in case she knows?
I saw the fucker.
So I guess is there like directions?
Yeah, that's what I was
in
gonna
the- in
ask.
the thing,
Does
or
the letter
do
say
we-
how to get there?
Yeah,
Madam Ava can tell you. And Madam Ava, if
Is this? She said that to find the other guy, it was like a 2 days ride.
Mhm.
Is this same direction?
nope,
So we got to make a decision here.
yep, you're sort of central in the land of Barovia on the map that she shows and gives to you that I would have with me if FedEx fucking did their job. They didn't, so I don't. But you can sort of go west to the other Vistani camp for about a day and a half, 2 days, or you can go back towards Castle Ravenloft. From where you are now, it would take about 5 hours.
But is it possible to do both?
In 1 day, no.
No, but like I thought the dinner was in 2 days.
Yes.
So we can go get the
Rahad
guy.
Okay, I didn't know he gave a date on when the dinner was.
Rahad specified
2
2
days
days
earliest.
or at your earliest convenience.
Yeah. So we can go do the
2 days. Yeah.
the other thing,
That's-
and then go
that's fine.
Do what? We can do what? You're
We
saying
can-
what?
to the other. We can go to the other Vistani camp, find the guy that we're supposed to, and then head back to Castle Ravenloft.
Because you're saying day and a half there, but then back plus 5 hours, so about 2 days.
Yeah,
I think the whole trip.
Yeah. But like, that's doable, right? That's
it's our earliest convenience, he said. So it's not convenient until we do our thing.
Didn't wait for the RSVP.
no,
True.
Well, fair enough.
It's true.
Well, I mean, like,
Didn't invite me to your house.
I don't want to go sooner.
That would be really, he's like
That'd be
cleaning up at the
rude.
last minute.
Yeah. I said 2 days.
He's got an apron on. I took stones on a train.
I haven't prepared the roast.
It's still gonna be a night on the road, which is,
Well, it's like early morning right now.
right,
So
but
let's-
it's gonna take a day and a half to get there, so by the time we get to nightfall,
We have to travel together.
no, you can go by yourself.
You
You
wanna walk?
wanna go by
Let's go
yourself.
and
Would you like to, yeah, you wanna, would you like to be a party of one?
Hold on.
I mean,
Let me make sure I'm not lying. Give me-
tell you what, why don't you head to Ravenloft and we'll go to the other guy. We'll meet you there.
I'm trying to sit by this campfire.
So we take your shot with this wand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So at least like meta right now, at least from our perspective, we got this one lady who is like, yeah, it's our destiny to kill this guy, but at the same time, Strahd has not done anything ill to us, and he invited us here. So
Right, my fear is that
my character has no inclination to believe the cards as of right now.
I get that. That was kind of my concern, though. I feel like if she lays something out to you, she's essentially saying, you got to do it this way or you're fucked.
Yeah.
So in my mind, it's like there's absolutely no decision to be made about going directly there. Either
I'm
we go
sorry.
get this guy and bring him, or we don't, because I don't want to like right off the bat. Nah, we're not going to bring him. We'll just wing it. Like it's a really bad end, I would think.
Yeah,
You got to do what she's
the
said.
fates, I would follow what the path they laid out for us.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. It's about a day to the other camp.
But suffice to say we can do.
Can we
We
do,
could go to the camp and we can come back to Strahd within the 2 days.
in a matter of just distance, leaving aside any, whatever happens to us, as a matter of just riding and camping, can that trip be done in 2 days?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well then fine.
Yeah.
Tahor makes his argument and is outshadowed or out.
So what is the final decision that we do?
To the
To what?
We're gonna go find that one fucker and then we're gonna go have some good dinner.
Are you coming?
My butthole pucker a little bit.
Baka, please join.
They'll give us meat.
We've
What
got-
have you killed this
we've
morning?
got food.
Hi.
Please join us.
Going.
Ah.
Drink.
No, they happily give you food and drink.
All right.
She did seem very sincere when she talked about, the privilege of being kind to strangers. She seemed very sincere.
We're gonna. I'm gonna.
She loads you up with food and drink.
I'm gonna prep up because they're apparently the servants of Strahd and be like, hey, look, he'd buy this dinner. So we're his extra special
I
guests.
do recall that she said many of them, not all, not most, but just many. But yeah, they happily
a little bit
load you.
extra food.
They happily load you up.
Like we're yes.
Our horses are fed, rested, ready.
All right, let's do this.
To the
All right, load up the wagon.
So we are going to the other Vistani camp.
I called
Do
her.
they have like potions and stuff? Should we like?
Is there anything of value you can give us for our trip beyond provisions?
I myself have nothing to give. You can talk to the others and chat if you like.
I think like what's some buy and sell, get some potions. I don't think we used potions last time, but the whole scary house.
Oh,
We're definitely gonna need some rope.
we have.
Rope. I've got rope. I've got rope.
Lord, what are you planning on doing there?
Never know what hole you'll fall into.
We don't have.
What hole you'll fall into. His hole, all right.
We don't have any merchants per se, but any of us standing with their souls is always willing to barter for what they have.
What do we have of any value?
I mean, gold.
I
Gold is still
did
I
not
don't know how
record any
much.
gold, so y'all, I'm afraid that's on y'all. I don't have it recorded.
I think
I don't have any recorded that we have any.
I wrote down what we got.
I mean,
from-
practically speaking, we should come with whatever our starting thing did because
like our equipment, right?
we came like here for a purpose. We've got to have some kind of traveling.
Right, I have it written down.
You have it written down? Okay.
For gold?
So what do we have to barter with or to purchase with?
Altogether,
Just need a rope.
75.
Who are you gonna read?
I don't know. It's really creepy. What kind of delivering shit are you playing?
Yes. Judge me now.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you
ahead.
later.
Yeah.
What do we have?
What do we
You
have?
got ropes for all your rapes that you.
Second?
180 gold pieces.
180.
180?
180 gold pieces.
How many potions is that?
Well, we gotta go see them.
You gotta talk to them.
Yeah, we
You
gotta talk
find
to
out
them.
what they're got.
I go look for someone who seems like they have.
Is anybody wearing a cape?
A cape?
Yeah,
No, it's fair.
that's gonna be that.
That's fair.
You are. Fur cape.
I wouldn't say a
Okay,
cape,
I was
no.
gonna ask the one chick, not chick, old lady, grandma.
Ava.
Madam Ava.
Who here might have some health potions?
Kim. And she points you to
Not
a
Elias.
swarthy middle-aged man
Okay.
with a thick beard. He's a little emaciated. She goes, his name is Carl.
Ahoy, Carl.
Uh,
I hear you may have some health potions.
he's busy at the river. You see him. He's got a line in his hand, and when he hears his name, he goes, "Oi!"
Have you got any health potions you might be willing to trade?
Oh, Carl's got potions for days. What do you want? Health potions? What kind? Big, small, medium, tiny?
First of all,
just
how
regular
familiar,
health potions.
how familiar are you with potions? That we're not buying a bunch of bottles of fucking water. Like we got to know whether we're buying is legit.
I mean, I'm a cleric. Should I know this?
I would think, as a cleric.
So I asked to see a sample of his wares.
Hey, come on! He puts his pole like firmly in the ground. He plants it, and he thinks better of it. He just reels it in and he puts
18
it on
on
the side.
18 on the medicine check.
He takes you to one of the barrel top wagons, and he climbs inside. You hear some like, clunk, 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 clunk. God damn it, son of a bitch. He climbs out, and then, motherfucker, you're big. Pull that out.
Yeah, all right, I'll pull it out.
You pull out a medium-sized chest. It's a little heavier than you think. You believe it's full of liquid. You put it on the ground, open it up, and it's full of hay. And in that hay is suspended tiny bottles, glass bottles, and vials of varying shapes and sizes.
Okay.
Ta-da! What do you want?
Tell us about your inventory.
So with my check, have I confirmed it's legit health potions?
Sure, you take one, the box, and then stop it loft.
Okay.
You ask, and he lets you put a pinky in, taste it, and yeah.
Woo!
Sure, they seem legit. And he's like, don't worry about the purple ones. We give those to Rubes. They're not for you. I wouldn't say that to anyone, but Madam Mayor Junior 10, I feel like she probably likes you.
Don't mean to off-road this, but as a result of our rest and all that, we are now fairly restored.
Correct. You're all full health, full spell.
All right.
One of
I'm
us
sorry,
just
Cody.
likes to prepare.
I'm all
Staying
good.
forever.
I'm all good. We're good. We're being done. Sorry.
Okay.
You're not. You're being smart adventurers.
Just slow adventures.
I'm gonna buy enough health potions so that we all have one. So that's what, 4?
Okay, you want 4
Yeah.
normal, or
The standard.
standard potions of healing? You guys?
Don't let him sell you on the upgrade. That's always a joke.
Since he looks at Madam Ava and she just sort of like, goes, all right, 200.
200.
That's at cost. I give him to the Rube and Barovia, but 1,200.
Did you not see that we were the invited guests of Lord Strahd himself to dinner? in
I
two
pay-
minutes?
I pay it.
Where's Lord Strahd to pay for your shit?
We will
So-
tell Lord Strahd of this.
So, Hor, it is okay. I go and I pay him the 200 gold pieces.
Do we have 200? I thought we had 180.
I have some gold from leftover. That was what we found in the house.
Okay.
So I have.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm assuming you all started off with random amounts.
Okay. All right.
And then you did find some shit in the house. Like
That's
I,
what he said.
I just thought he was
was.
jerking us where it was like, we don't have the money to pay for it. If we have the money to pay for it, then
No,
we'll
like-
pay for it.
okay.
Fair enough.
Yep.
So
He gives them to you, and he's like, "It's
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I pay
so
it.
the horror distributes out. Everybody gets a health potion.
Okay.
The horror is like the nanny of the group.
Sorry.
It's like, I'm the cleric. I don't want to waste my spells on healing you, so take this.
All right.
Okay, now we're on.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Could have bought a hooker for 200.
You're about 200.
Fuck yes.
200. Okay, so I take it that you're headed off towards the camp. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
Make sure you write health potion once you have it.
give me 1 second, because I'm not prepared. Shit, you guys need fuck. No, that's not time. Oh shit.
Which voucher is it? Oh, okay.
That's for your gold and stuff.
Oh, that's for your gold?
You see the CP copper pieces.
Oh,
silver
yeah, I
pieces.
see it now. Okay.
Okay, as you
If
guys
anybody has platinum pieces, I'm probably stealing your shit.
as you guys make your way down this road, it's called the Svalich Road, the old Svalich Road. That's the main road through Barovia. And you won't have to worry about that because the next time we play, I will give you a map that Madam Ava gave to you.
No worries.
And I will send you a link for the map so you guys can pull it up on your own since you have met with her. Again, I apologize. I would have had a big one printed out for you already.
You're good, man.
So you guys are going down the road. You're maybe 6-7 hours. You've been kind of lulled into complacency. You've been switching out when it comes to riding. And who's riding? Let's say
Me.
1, 2. No,
He's
fuck
riding.
you don't get to. You don't get to choose. You're 1.
I
2,
say you
3,
get to
4.
choose.
God damn it. Yeah, Andrew, you're driving. And as you are making your way down this admittedly like muggy, not unpleasant day.
I had no surgery.
Louisiana?
Friday.
Really? Sure, yeah. Louisiana with an overcast. So you're starting to realize you've never seen the sun since you've been here. It's all been sort of threatening to rain. You're going down the road, sort of just dozing off, thinking about boring monk shit. And
One with nature. Fuck you.
I can say that I like a monk too. And on the north side of the road, on your right, you see 5 sack scarecrows that are sort of like grotesque facsimiles of, men. No legs, just kind of arms on a stick, tied together with ropes on the end, like gloves or mittens, or just a stick sticking out of the end.
Need some rope?
And like a face with just like a big harlequin smile painted across and big eyes, ratty hats and straw sticking out. And without making a perception check, they just sort of look like 5 scarecrows, sort of just like.
Wait.
Let's go get some rope.
Are they held up by rope?
Look at check out those scarecrows. Pretty
Yeah,
gnarly looking.
We see the fucking crows.
I'll go check out the scarecrows, you wankers.
We're not. I mean, I was just pointing them out, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Whoa!
Whoa.
We're gonna get some rope.
Okay.
All right. Well, be careful, Baka.
Yeah.
So-
No, we're not getting out. You're going to get.
So
I'll go get the rope.
okay.
He goes.
Are you're walking up to the scarecrow?
I'll walk up to the scarecrow.
What's your AC? What's your AC?
14.
All right. As you walk up to the first scarecrow, suddenly, that's not good. As you're walking up, knife in hand, ready to start undoing this rope, you grab a hold of the stick that the scarecrow is perched on, and all of a sudden, it looks like it's just on a big cross, and you're looking up at it for maybe about 8. The head is maybe about 8 feet, and without warning, it just and looks at you and lunges forward, its arms wrapping around you. And as it does, you realize that these posts that it's on are a lot thornier, a lot thicker than you originally thought. And you take 5, 6, 7, 8 points of bludgeoning damage as it throttles the shit out of you. And the other 4 come to life, and I'm gonna need everybody to roll advantage.
How far away are we?
Or excuse me, roll initiative. You guys, it was just off the road, so I'm gonna say you're about 15 feet away. But you okay. But Andrew is the only one who can actually like kind of leap off. The rest of you are in the wagon.
Having a tea party. 4.
2.
Hold on.
Hey, Jesus Christ!
You're really good.
We literally are riding and we're not prepared for shit.
19.
So Jim, you rolled a 2.
Yes.
Josh, you rolled a 4.
Yep.
Andrew, you rolled a what?
19.
Jesus Christ.
19?
What was it?
Monks, man.
Was it just, we're just going to
It's
roll?
on dexterity. So add, roll,
Okay,
roll a
19.
d20 and add that for your
So 19.
initiative.
So let's say you rolled a 19 as well. Andrew and Jeremy roll off.
4.
6.
Goddamn. Jeremy, you're up. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to get this goddamn thing off of me, for
Okay.
one.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to call Ulysses for help.
So Ulysses, you're chilling in the back, maybe like munching on some of the shit that Madame Ava gave you. Then all of a sudden you hear, "Ah!"
And I say, hold still while I load my crossbow.
I swear if you hit me.
Speaking is a free action. What would you like to do?
I'm going to stand still and hope
You
Ulysses.
can attack.
Oh,
I mean, it
can
might
attack?
take me a
It's
while
your
to load
turn.
this thing.
So you're in battle right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Shit.
Very nonchalant.
Yeah.
getting,
Oh well. Fuck.
Something seems
I
to
am
be
not
going on
healing
here.
you.
This is a weird day. Do you guys feel anything? Like,
course it's straw, so it really ought to not hurt.
You feel like you've been rolling around in sharp grass.
Triggers.
He's getting beat to death with sticks right now.
Baka!
How far away is he?
Stop that!
These are how far away now?
He's about 15 feet. I'm going to say for you to get out of the wagon, which
I'm not saying I'm getting out of the way. I'm asking how far the distance is.
15 feet off the road.
Okay.
To get out of the wagon, I'm going to say that takes up 10 feet of movement.
Okay.
Because you got to get up, you got to jump
I
down,
got you.
orient yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
For Andrew,
This is why.
I'm going to say,
6'1".
Andrew, it would take you 5 feet to just like nip up off the seat. Because he's like driving.
Right, jump up, spin, whirly gig, land in an awesomely posed pattern.
Show off how cool he is.
Right, it's got to be done. Fucking monks. Superhero
I'm
landing.
trying to set the stand thing on fire.
Okay, dude, what are you going to
Oh, hey, not bad idea.
do? Do it then.
I'm gonna use I'm guessing that's agonizer or scorcher.
Okay, so you're going to have to spell that out for me. What do I have to do? I have to roll a save?
Dexterity save.
That's not good.
And it's a take half damage on fail.
7.
That's probably a fail.
All right.
I'm not even gonna check that. I'm guessing his
All right, so go ahead and roll damage.
48.
Damn. Multiply your result times 2 because it's a scarecrow. Stuffed with hay and
So it's
feathers.
about to be like a dandelion.
Stuffed with hay and feathers, yeah.
About to make this bitch explode.
Do I have 4? Like,
Uh,
2
hold
at a time.
What's he rolling?
48.
Here, borrow some.
Oh shit, there's 1. My first roll is a 1.
Okay.
7,
Okay.
1,
Yeah, I mean it's mine, so it's gonna be terrible luck.
and a 3.
Okay, so what, 11?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 12.
No, 12,
Well,
but then times 2.
2.
Okay.
10.
All right, as you do, this thing is fully inflamed, but it's still trying to throttle the shit out of you. All right, and Andrew, we go.
All right. I say, come, Baka needs help. And I jump off and I dash up. And
Okay, so you jump and you're like, that's 5 feet of movement, now what?
yeah, I got 40 left so that I'm going to just close the gap.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out my quarterstaff and just start hitting. Not the one he's attacking, the one on the edge, I guess, because you said there's 5, right?
There are 5, and they're in a row.
So I'll
And
go.
they're kind of converging on him now, but they're still in line.
All right, I attack Scarecrow B.
Not A, B. Got it. Go ahead. Do it then.
All right, 20.
Use a fire spell on the end.
How much is this fucking movement?
He's a monk, so it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
God damn.
How much can you move, Andrew? What's your movement speed?
45.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You know, it's really funny. In Andrew's campaign, he let me kind of homebrew a monk that was a sumo wrestler. So it was like funny seeing a sumo wrestler just like.
I would love to see that much weight in motion.
All right, so roll.
26 and a 24 to hit.
Fuck you. Roll damage.
Shit.
All
What
right.
about that we can't see your die?
Ain't nobody here doesn't trust you.
All right. I guess not. 5, 10, and then 5 plus 5 is 10. So 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so that's reduced to 10 because it's got resistance to bludgeoning.
That's fine. It's a scarecrow. And then for my, that was my bonus action to, oh no, you can twice, can't you?
Well, level you 6, you should be able to do some pretty gnarly shit right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action to take another hit. 12 plus 8 is 20.
Jesus fucking Christ, monks. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
All right, that's going to be 8 damage. Reduced to 4 because it's bludgeoning.
So
faster than the eye can track.
You see your monk friend. What the fuck's your name?
Brocco.
You see Andrew leap off the carriage, unsheathing his quarterstaff from the pouch or strap or whatever it is that he carries on his back. As he does so, and just crack, 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 you hear wood splintering, and see the second scarecrow just sort of like, oh, if a scarecrow could look punch drunk, this one does. And now it is the scarecrow's turn.
Back away.
Jeremy, what's your AC?
14.
That does not do it. Misses, whiffs. Second one is going to attack Andrew. That's 10 whiffs. That's 13 whiffs.
Miss.
It's a fucking 6 whiffs. Jesus Christ, it's about time. Andrew, what's your AC?
18.
Go fuck yourself. Josh, you're up.
Bring that little kitty out to play.
Oh yeah.
Bring your kitty out to play.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Wow, I'm pretty slow right now, guys.
Okay, so my speed is at 25. So can I even get to them?
Yes.
Okay.
So you
10
would,
feet
you
away,
would be
so-
right up on there. 15 feet away. Let's say it takes you and Jim 10 feet of movement to get onto the road, and then you'll be right in front of them.
Then I'm going to attack the one that he was attacking.
Do it.
And I'm just going to do a regular attack.
Go for it. What's your weapon? It's a hammer.
It's a hammer. It's a war hammer.
Any kind of additional damage?
So you're bludgeoning.
No, it's just bludgeoning.
Okay.
A 13 to hit.
All right, roll damage.
Shit. 13.
D8.
They're straw, Andrew.
They are made of straw.
They are paper men.
Which one's the D8? Do I not have a D8?
The diamond.
Oh,
No, no.
that's D10. Wait, here we go.
Right here.
Oh, yes. 10.
All right, reduced to 5. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'm just gonna wait there.
All right, you pull out Meow Meow, and you sort of hammer the shit out of it. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you were hoping, but it does sort of rock the thing back and forth, and you hear a definite snap. And so now it's just doing this kind of. All right. Next up is Josh. Jim, what do you do?
Yeah, I just realized this crossbow is going to be extraordinarily effective. Because when you're shooting in a pile of straw, it's like right through it on the other side.
Did you call it a needle in a haystack?
I would call it a needle in a haystack. That is so fucking
Well,
amazing.
bye, everyone.
It's not going to get any better than that. So yeah, you got. Well, I guess I'll.
Oh,
Just got to leap into the fray with the great axe swinging.
I would kiss you if I could, Cody. That was amazing.
Yeah, I got to start just whipping this great axe
So
around it.
let's say you can get up there. You leap out and you run up, and you're right there next to it. What are you doing?
I'm looking to cut the thing literally in half.
Which one?
Right at the midpoint.
We got 3 fresh ones. We got one in front of Josh. We got one in front of Jeremy. That's still
A
just
fresh one. A fresh one.
Okay. Roll damage. He said, "Fuck you." He's going after a fresh one. You can fend for yourself.
7.
Plus anything?
Well, it's 1d12 plus 3 slashing, so I roll 4 plus 3, right?
Okay. So
Yes.
this skeleton's just kind of like wavering
No.
back and forth.
No, that's
like-
D10.
Yeah, it's D10. It didn't look like a D.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
No worries, man. No
We
worries.
were playing scarecrows.
It should be the
think we are,
creepy one.
What is the hexagon looking deal?
Sorry.
No. You're rolling attack, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
roll
oh.
Roll that bad boy.
No.
Oh, all right.
It's
I thought I was rolling for damage.
7 plus what?
what are you looking at? So your hit would be
Strength.
Am I 6 with the great eye? Is that?
It should be somewhere towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah,
6.
right,
So
six.
So you hit. So now you roll.
Now
damage.
I'm rolling.
yeah, I like how you rolled a 12 originally.
5.
Plus-
So 11.
3. That's
Oh, is it?
that's 1d12 plus 3 slash.
Oh yeah, 3. Yeah.
So
8.
all right. So that's 4 damage to the first one because it's slashing and it's resistant to that.
Right.
Not that you know that. Only a bad DM would say that out loud. You just sort of, and it rips across its cloth sack belly with little to no effect, and you just sort of see like black shiny feathers start to poke out of its belly. All right, and next is Jeremy. What are you doing?
Is that the one that was hitting me still alive?
Yeah, it's still trying to hit the shit out of you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke
Okay.
and put my finger at the creature and damage most momentarily surrounded by hellish flames.
Can you use Hellish Rebuke if you haven't been damaged this round? That's a genuine question. I'm not putting it
It's a reaction.
Yeah, I think Hellish Rebuke itself is a reaction. So I think.
It is.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Was he not damaged at all?
It's per round. It's
Oh,
sort of
oh.
it's a thing that magic users have where it's
Oh,
like
okay.
if you
Well,
get
it
hit
is a
to
reaction spell.
Right.
Reaction.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to do? Cantrip?
Is it still attached to me?
It's still on fire, so at the start of its next round it will take fire damage.
No.
But it's still coming at you.
It's stupid.
It will still come at you.
Do you have? Let's see.
Can I see your spell list? Oh, you have a spell list? I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find one that.
You can do
I feel like I need
you can do
to yell at this motherfucker. Catch a fresh one. If that one burns, who fucking cares? If it's on fire, you don't have to fight it anymore. Go get a fresh one.
Do you have a firebolt cantrip?
Speaking is a free action.
Yeah, you have a cantrip. You could easily cast a cantrip if you want to.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah,
get fireball as a
fireball.
cantrip.
Throw your spell.
Cantrip. He can do 2 cantrips, can he? Can he do a cantrip as a bonus action?
Do you have a bonus action?
So it'd be 2 D10s.
It's a
I passed fifth level, right?
Oh, fireball?
For firebolt.
firebolt.
I'm pretty sure you get a bonus at level 5.
Yes, it's 2d10 at fire at level 5. You have to do a spell attack.
Yeah, you're burning a spell slot then.
Oh, you're
If you just do it as a cantrip, it's just 1d10, but you're
Okay.
using up one of your daily spells.
I would do a cantrip.
Got you.
No, it's
Yeah.
no, it isn't.
Yeah, he's using a 5th level spell. isn't
No. So
I thought it.
this
for
this
fifth
spell's
level-
damage increases by 1d10 when you reach level
it?
5.
Yeah, so is he not
Level no, you're not it doesn't say
using-
you're casting.
shit, you're absolutely right. I'm
You're
sorry.
not casting at a higher level. You're just literally just better at magic.
Oh, it's
That
fine.
was
I
my
wasn't
mistake.
sure.
I
I wasn't
apologize.
sure. So
I apologize. So yeah, go if that's what you want to do, go for it. What does he have to do? Do you have to roll dex save?
Sorcerers get to cast them as cantrips.
So
Oh, firebolt is a cantrip. Yeah, it's both like lightning bolt and firebolt are both like just you get
No.
better as you get.
It's a spell.
Spellcasters
It's like
get fucking
Secret Flame.
insane.
It's like Secret Flame.
Yeah.
I think I have that.
The Kamehameha of fire damage. Yeah,
It's the same for those saving roll. Like,
Jeremy, it's a
Well-
spell attack.
yeah. There's no like save to it. If it hits, it hits.
You roll a
Alright.
d8 and add your spellcasting modifier.
So just roll for it.
all right, 2d10.
No,
Why are you? Oh, so you have to roll an attack first. It's a
Just
spell,
like a spell attack.
you roll a spell attack, and your spell casting modifier should be
It's a little D20.
most likely probably like +6 or +7.
Yeah, you're gonna be a fucking beast.
It's a plus.
roll
it
it.
should be, he
7,
doesn't,
yeah.
he doesn't have it
Plus
marked. So it's going to be spell casting is going to be I think intelligence plus your proficiency.
No, I think it's charisma on this one.
For sorcerer, it's charisma.
Oh yeah, charisma. You're a
So
sorcerer. I
plus
forgot.
seven. So
Yeah.
roll a D20 and then
You
add
should
7.
do some otherworldly entity. to
So
give him power.
26.
Yeah.
26 to hit.
You fucking Christ.
We're going to hit real hard.
Then you roll 2d10.
Jeremy, let's just say you point your finger guns and this thing goes.
Pow pow.
Dandelion.
4.
You dickhead.
Yeah, that does it. That does it.
Okay.
As this thing is trying to throttle, you just go, fucking cut it out. And you like
This is the one that was on fire, or you picked the new
Yeah.
one? This is the one.
and you carve it like
It
an
was
X with
attached to
2
his
hands
face.
in between it. It's just like
He's like.
and now like a light snow of flaming hay and black feathers starts to fall.
He killed shot it. Like.
And Andrew, you're up.
All right, I'm going to attack it with my staff.
Do it then.
Here. I don't know.
Try to show it nat 20.
Huh? Yeah, it's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Shut up. All right, fucking roll your damage.
Okay, so that's going to be Does 13 hit?
The 13 hit.
Yes.
Okay, so all 3 of my attacks hit. So I'm just gonna do it all cumulatively. So
On the same guy?
yeah.
All right, so roll damage.
How does a max damage crit hit do with
4,
like half damage?
6.
They're taking half damage to bludgeoning, but he's critting, so that should be max damage.
No, the goal is just double the dice on that one.
Oh yeah, it's just 5th edition. That's double dice.
And then
Which I got a 2 and a 1 for my fucking critical.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 10. No, I'm sorry. 7, 14.
yeah, just total it all up for me.
Yeah, I'm trying. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 points of bludgeoning damage total.
To 11.
So you crack it, and it's still standing.
God damn it.
And it looks like it has a few extra joints now. It's more of an accordion shape standing like this, but it is still standing indeed. And now it is the scarecrow's turn. And it's going to clap back at you. 8.
No.
All right, the second one's going to attack Jim.
Can I see his character?
18.
Just because I don't think he has it written down.
What's your
What?
AC?
Does an 18 hit
I'm
you, Jim?
16.
Okay. So, Jim, as you're slashing at this thing, it kind of with this like branchy claw type deal. Claps back at you with a 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you take 6 slashing damage as it reacts to you. And then the last 2, and come after one after Andrew and one after Jim. That's an 11. No, and Jim, that's a 8. All right. Josh, you're up.
I need to look it up.
I'm gonna do Sacred Flame
All right, go for it.
Fucking I like this
it's
mother.
DC 14 save on I think Dexterity.
That's a 5, sir.
Okay.
But yeah,
So I get to do
that's
2d8.
you should be rolling 7 on it.
okay.
Let me do.
Yeah, 'cause
Can I borrow it?
your,
Charisma
apparently, the most fucking
6.
guy's not a motherfucker in all time.
Total of
Yeah,
8.
when I read it with
And
my
it's
character, it was like
it's
build the first one
radiant
first
damage. If that
Okay.
matters.
for Tiefling sorcerer.
So, as you
So,
cast
yeah,
Sacred
you're the most
Flame,
good. Yeah, it's your.
I'm just so I'm doing this on.
I'm going to do this in front of you.
Okay.
I need to look up what your spell DC. It's just easier to know these 2 numbers.
Yeah.
Because anytime you cast
It goes off as
they have
well.
to make a save that you go against that.
Okay.
Attacking them.
I attacked the one that was attacking, that Andrew was attacking.
The accordion.
The accordion.
And as you do,
I'm trying to clear out all the numbers.
this white holy light starts to shine out from in between the places where the sackcloth connects. And all of a sudden, it just sort of erupts into this white heavenly flame. And it is donezo.
Nice.
You're up. There are 3 left, 2 of which are attacking you. One of which is attacking Andrew.
Cantrip is constantly, right?
Cantrips you can use
You
like
can just like evade.
Cantrips are for days.
I guess at this point maybe it makes sense to enter frenzy.
You would like to rage?
I would like to rage. Yes, I would like to rage. I am really angry
Against the
at these fucking grass pieces of shit.
Do it then.
Okay. So wait. So the second attack happens as a bonus action after I. So what do I roll first?
So
the first.
bonus.
So just you're gonna roll a d20 for both.
Now?
You get to add
They
to
both
your
happen at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
All right. I didn't know if
so
one
eight
happens
plus
as a
three.
second
It
action.
doesn't really matter. Like that's just a matter of like what you prefer to do. I like to get the attack rolls out of the way first.
Okay.
Actually, no.
For sorcerers is 8 plus 3.
Andrew, it makes more sense to do an attack roll than do the damage.
No, I think this
It's-
would actually probably
It
be.
depends on how you would like to run it.
Let's say he's raging right now, so he's going to take 2 attacks.
Oh,
Right.
Even if he's raging, he's not an idiot. If he makes the first attack and destroys the thing, he's
Not
not
gonna
going to
attack it again.
He's not going to attack it again.
Right.
Right. So then what you can rule is that you can roll all of your d20s and then whatever successive
Oh, yeah.
d20s, if a opponent is in range, you can transfer that over if they're like in a group.
Spell save.
That sounds fair to me. Does that sound fair to you, Jim?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry. So,
Like
so
he
let's do
has to
that.
roll.
So you're still attacking the same ones?
So yeah.
Okay, go for it.
And if he's a frenzy, then it's a advantage.
Plus 3.
Can he frenzy? Or does he that? I thought he was just normal barbarian.
Oh my god.
No. Just
Instant frenzy there.
not the 3.
What
The
level?
7
Yeah.
is already. It's 4 plus.
It's, you
yeah,
broke
4
up.
plus 3.
Hang
He
on,
makes
a minute.
frenzy. So if he's going frenzy, then he get or reckless attack, then that gets a bonus. Are you doing reckless attack?
If you do reckless attack, you get advantage on your attacks.
But disadvantage on
They get advantage on
on
attack.
their attack. Yeah, but I'm still doing it.
Okay, go
Yeah,
for
I'm
it.
still doing it.
Modifier,
Okay.
which is 4.
So what am I rolling now? I've already rolled
Roll a d20
so
twice
15.
per attack.
Yeah.
So roll
they had
4.
to beat up.
Including the one I already rolled, or just they're starting.
So
now?
that's
I rolled a 16. I rolled 2.
and that's
So basically-
let's this be your second one.
Some of your spells.
And this is,
Some of your spells
3 and
read-
4.
so
Oh,
that
for
roll
fuck's
a
sake, are you-
no, hold on. So
It's a certain
let's
attribute.
let's just call this a learning experience. You're good, man. So I'm gonna attack one guy, and I'm doing it reckless attack.
Pick it up.
That's
He rolls
one.
a- he rolls a dexterity
And then I'm gonna do the
save.
second guy, reckless attack. That's 2.
Ah,
And I
I
just
got
take the higher one. So I wouldn't count that's a critical fail, but
Right.
I'm more worried about this
Well,
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you're attacking the first guy, roll those
If I was
dice.
attacking somebody that was like very mobile, I would not use Sacred Flame.
Okay, so that's a natural
I can't
20.
take it.
So roll your
Yeah,
damage
right.
and
So it's
multiply
always
by
gonna take a
2,
look
and then
at
add your
what
modifier.
Save is for.
Yeah,
attack.
That's fucking.
Mine's only mine's
Hate your
14.
face.
Mine's 14.
I'm gonna go over here and then like leave you die.
All right, so that's a 9.
9
Uh,
plus 3.
Mine's
Well, that's great.
so that's 18. That's 21. We're gonna divide by 2. Just call it 10.
Okay.
And now you get your
You're pretty
second
good. But that's
Okay.
other bonuses,
Yeah.
which kind of balance.
Barbarians get
And
to.
that's these 2, right?
Correct. And then take the highest one. 14 plus whatever your damage is. I'll take that. Actually, I'll just give you this. Keep going, please.
So what am I adding to this? The
14 plus your attack.
6. Right.
All right, so that's a non-natural 20, but you still just roll your damage. Roll your damage like normal. That's it, just keep that.
Nope. Where's my 12? This way. 7 plus 3 slashing, so 10.
Okay, so we're gonna call it 5.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like I
Alright.
fucked one guy up and not so much the second
You
guy.
just sort of let's see, you cut this thing off the post and it's now just like sort of wobbling on the ground, trying to steady itself with his hands. But it's still looking fairly ready to fight. And Jeremy, you're up.
How many are left?
2 of them are untouched. One's attacking Jim, one's attacking Andrew. And then there's a third that Jim just chopped the fuck out of and is now like on the ground, sort of like monkey walking on its hands.
All right. I'm gonna hit one of the untouched with a firebolt again. And I roll a d20 for this.
And then add 7.
What do you
get? 7. 18.
All right, roll damage.
That's 2d10, I think, right?
Yeah, I just gotta find where I put them. I'm saying. Man, all these things look alike.
I know.
3 and 7 is 10.
10 damage? All right, and this was an untouched one?
Yes.
All right. This motherfucker is on fire. And if a scarecrow could scream, you'd imagine this one would be. Andrew, you're up.
All right. Gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
I'm the one that you've been attacking?
God damn it, he's still up. Okay, do you want to see this?
Just fucking motherfucker.
Okay. A natural 20 on that one, a 15, and then does a 12.
Oh, you're fucking garbage.
Okay. I'll just roll that twice, and
I
actually
want
that's
that dice in dice jail for my life. I want a different d20.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10, 15, 20, 15 plus 12 is 27.
All right, so there's some like awesome, even at half, there's some like awesome Akira Kurosawa type shit that goes on, and just like, and then there's a pause, and then you see the scarecrow just and the shit floats to the ground, and the sticks go like dominoes, and then everyone rolls their eyes at Andrew.
It took me 3 rounds just to get rid of this.
Somewhere 20 miles away, Cody's character just goes, Jesus Christ. I promise.
It's going to be glorious and really disappointing for everyone.
All right, so that's Andrew. Now the 2 scarecrow are up. One's going to attack Andrew.
Okay.
3 + 1, go fuck yourself. And one's going to attack Jim. 14.
Well, I'm 16.
All right, that's a whiff. And now it is Josh's turn.
Sacred Flame, so DC 14.
Do it then. All right, DC 14. That's a 16 + 1. That's a 17.
Damn.
So it takes half or nothing?
No, nothing.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
No, I guess that's it. I don't want
All
to
right, Jim, you're up.
saving my spells.
Well, I guess if I assume I'm still raging, then I'm gonna still. Well, wait. Yeah, they're both up, right? I didn't take care of either of them.
There's one that looks pretty damaged. It's monkey walking at you, and then there's one that's pristine. Pristine is a shitty looking scarecrow candidate.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
What kind of hey Joe? What kind of barbarian did you make him?
A big one.
All right.
I didn't specialize at all.
Okay. Cool.
I'm still gonna split the attacks then, I guess, right? But still raging, so same rolls, right?
Yes. You're gonna attack one and then the other.
Yes.
Okay.
So 7, 6. That's the higher of the 2, so 13 on the first, right? Hits.
Roll your damage.
5. Good Lord, this is the most ineffective.
Okay. All right.
Jesus Christ. This couldn't be any worse. 16 on the second.
It hits.
5. For fuck's sake! What the fuck? I am well. I am the worst.
Okay.
Worst sake. Hey, you know what? Maybe move things along if he dies. All right, let's get in.
All right. So after Jim, Jeremy, you're up. There's 2 left. One's on the floor. One looks inconvenienced.
I don't play
I'm gonna go
craps.
after the inconvenience.
Just so
one.
you know,
I'm gonna do a firebolt again.
So one looks pretty rough, and the other one is the one Jim's kind of raised.
My
Which one are you going after?
apparently
Which one's weaker?
weirdly shady, and we got to follow
The Grace
hit
one?
bosses the rest of the time we were in.
I'm going after the gray one.
every time we did.
That one's worse.
All
right.
First time I
So is it either DC or you attack?
and the
Attacking.
okay. Right there. The wife to be saying specifying
27
with.
No, that's not 20.
That's number. Okay.
Okay. What are you casting?
Land.
A firebolt.
Walk to the hotel.
Okay, there you go.
We go to a roulette wheel and it's like picks on.
I think you rolled 3 of them, right?
You roll it.
I thought it was 2.
Turns up the number that she.
But how does the
fucking time.
special work? Oh, it just doubles.
If we hear.
So he's about to fuck this guy's day.
Maybe.
That's what I knew it was doing.
9.
A 9 and a 4.
Okay. So Jesus Christ, the thing is actually still alive. It's on fire, and it starts to crumble towards the ground, but it's still sort of making its way towards Jim as it does. But it is now a fully engulfed fire.
Even you're a little embarrassed it's taking this long, aren't you? I'm not thrilled.
It's scarecrows.
But I did roll a d6 to determine the number of scarecrows, and you got 5 of them, so that's not great. Yeah, it's not on you.
I am saving all my
So,
good
yeah.
spells.
You've now got
You're saving all your what spells?
All my good spells.
All right.
1 fully engulfed scarecrow and 1 fucked up monkey walking scarecrow.
That's all that's left?
Yes.
Okay.
Next.
Oh, excuse me. Jeremy, you're up. No, Andrew, you're up. Andrew, you're up.
All right.
Yeah, one minute.
I'm about to end this.
So Andrew, just go ahead and take us home.
End this shit.
Could you please let Cody start playing?
Again?
Yeah, I mean,
Andrew, I want that dice gone. I'm gonna buy
Either
you.
that or you have a third arm that's playing with that dice. That's real gross.
I'm gonna buy you a
Weighted
new
dice.
dice.
Yeah, it's weighted. It's weighted.
Okay, so roll your fuck it.
Yeah.
The monkey walking scarecrow as it's
Yes, I want.
If it,
leaping towards you, just sort of go Tiger Woods its heads off and it sails into the wind.
my third attack missed. I only rolled a 2 on that one.
Oh, that's great. So anyway, there's one scarecrow left.
20. Okay.
So what'd you roll on the third attack? The second.
Total
What?
10.
Okay, that does not hit. So now it's the scarecrow, that last scarecrow that is on fire's turn, and it is on fire, so it's going to take some damage at the beginning of its turn, and it collapses. So you're done. Yay!
A lot of fucking work for your goddamn rope, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I like how there was
Did you
one
even
person
get the-
lighting shit on fire and everyone else is like poking scarecrows like aggressively.
There are 2 scarecrows left that you can salvage rope from. And
Just take the rope.
let's say
Take your beloved.
I'll take what
fucking-
rope I can take.
you get 8 lengths of rope of varying sizes from 2 feet to 7 feet.
Happy?
Hey guys, I promise. I promise you. Trust me on this. I know things.
Really would have been easier if
A
he had
year-
just been able to light them the fuck on fire from where he was. Nobody had to
Yeah.
get down and go get the rope, but that's fine.
Hey, I took.
You literally just roll by, like light all 5 on fire, burning hands, and then just roll away as they slowly burn to death.
You see where we're at with teamwork. If we're gonna
All right.
You're just doing
let's
D20
not-
acrobatics.
go to
I feel like
dinner,
a year
we're
from
gonna
now, we're
share
gonna
about-
have something that's gonna be like, we need 2 feet of rope. It's gonna be like, yes. I'm glad.
There's a great
And,
scene for,
this guy.
Elder Scrolls. It's like, hey, like I'm carrying, like, why are you carrying like 400 brooms in case we find the broom dungeon?
Okay.
So, are we regrouping upon the?
So you have successfully defeated the scarecrows.
For no reason.
These
other than
cursed
rope.
scarecrows. Well, they did attack you. I mean,
Only because we went up to them.
you don't know that. I mean, maybe they
You
did
should
jump
just
you
take where you were.
if you'd have driven past. You're not exactly sure.
Could about.
And even when he got down, failed initiative. So it's like,
So-
for fuck's sake.
As
You
you're,
stumbled on a fucking
you-
wagon. You face planted on it.
I did.
you continue along your way.
12,
It takes the rest of the day to reach it, but
6
eventually
and 6.
you come. You
Again?
follow Madame Ava's
Oh,
directions to
6.
the
6.
second Vistani camp, which you get a sense the relations between them are strained. Maybe not hostile, but certainly they're not brotherly
Glenn?
love type status.
Yep.
The woods
Yep.
Or going-
That's it.
part to reveal an expansive clearing. It's a small grass-covered hill that sort of gently comes to a peak with low houses built into its side. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from out their sculpted eaves. Think like almost like a hobbit hole, if you saw that.
Right.
Atop the hill, above the fog, is another ring of barrel-top wagons. It's around a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central area. You get the sense that this campsite has been occupied, unlike the last one, which looked fairly temporary. You get the sense that this one is semi-permanent. Like,
Is there a similar sort of setup in terms of one fire to which people might be gathering, or is that not the case?
you see smoke emanating from inside the tent. You
From
don't-
inside the tent,
and
but
you
no
see-
one's milling around outside.
You see oil lanterns hung outside these little permanent houses that are built into the hillside, kind of in a circular all
Right.
around the hill.
Okay.
And you see cloaked figures standing in front of those homes. But they seem to be standing quite stationary in front of the doors.
So we're here for the guy, right? Can we just say?
Yeah.
Hey, we're looking for
Aragol.
Aragol.
Okay, so you're coming in the road. It's on the side of the hilltop, and it kind of curves in and then goes gently up the slope at a diagonal. So it comes right in front of one of those homes that's jutting out in front of one of the cloaked figures. And then you see the tent on top of the hill, and you hear kind of hectic voices coming from inside the tent, chattering at each other. It doesn't sound like the last Vistani tent. It doesn't sound like lackadaisical, and you don't hear any music playing.
I don't hear any like
No, no Esmeralda's type stuff. You hear like hectic voices, and it actually sounds kind of stressed. The figures inside of these homes are not moving at all. The one in front of the house closest to you as you walk up is staring at you. You can't really see inside the hood.
What's your name again?
I'm telling you. Play the game.
Okay. So
Actually, Cody.
the name. No, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to yell the name of the guy we're looking for.
Do you know his name?
Somebody knows.
It's Arrow. It's
Arrow.
Arrow, something.
All right.
Era something. Thaumaturgy.
You hear the
Where you at?
the chatter. The chatter inside the tent comes to a very brief standstill, and then all of a sudden you see a head go outside of the flaps and kind of look, and then this.
I cast it again and say now.
It sort of
For fuck's sake!
it disappeared. The head that was just out there disappears back into the tent for a second, and then
I am late for a dinner date.
after that,
It is rude.
I'm late,
Someone
I'm
waiting.
late for a very important thing.
seconds later, you see. No, I don't know what it is. Jesus Christ. Sort of a blue. I don't know. You see a very, very different kind of head poke itself outside the tent flaps. Cody, do you want to describe what he sees?
You see a teal-skinned humanoid-looking figure with a bald head and what looks like a weird shell sort of mohawk.
Okay, so
How tall is he?
He real gangly.
Oh, is he?
He looks like Slender Man, but blue.
Jesus Christ. I don't think you have to worry about him drawing the tail away from your guy, Jim.
Yeah, I technically 6'6", and like 205 pounds.
So you see blue Stephen Merchant poke his head outside the tent flap.
Great, yeah.
Cody, if you want to roll a d20, you can try and find out where that came from.
That is, what am I adding? That's 13 plus what, like my
Perception, probably.
perception? Yeah, so I do not beat my passive perception.
Well, you're actively perceiving because you.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. So, yeah, I would pass. So, yeah.
Hail and well met.
Joe's gone. He died.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'm here.
With that, go ahead and he says, "Hail and well met." What do you say?
Absolutely nothing. I don't say anything.
So-
I'm going to just aggressively like stick my head out of the tent,
So
and then I'm gonna pull my head back in.
you see this mohawk fish-eyed bastard stick his head out of the tent, and you're like, Jesus, how long is his neck? And Cody, you stick your head out, and you see the first normal-looking people you've seen in weeks. Which is to say, not like brightly, garishly clad, swarthy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna poke my head back in the tent, and I'm gonna like full 10 flat burst
So
out, and I'm
You
gonna.
know who Aragal is, and you know he's inside the tent picking up his equipment. And you see him, he's
Okay.
getting his sword together. He's throwing on like a thick, heavy leather vest, and he does not look pleased. And he's about to head throughout the flaps. And he doesn't dislike you. He's found you useful, fairly charismatic. But you're not his favorite person. You're an outsider, and he still treats you as such.
So so as far as my like standing with this group of people, am I like revered. So if I like kind of like put a foot down a little bit like that, would he? Do I feel like he would buckle a little bit?
You're tolerated.
I'm tolerated.
You're not despised. You were just kind of there. They haven't quite got a beat on you yet. And you do, because of the way your race looks, you remind them of a different race that they have a very low opinion of.
Okay.
You've proven yourself not to be that.
Yeah.
But you have heard several people refer to you as Mongolkin or Mongol folk, or just mongrel. And so yeah, you're kind of a neutral party right now. You would have to make a pretty good persuasion check to calm things down, it looks like.
So I'm gonna, before I burst back out of the tent,
down.
before I burst out of the tent, I'm gonna kind of turn to him and I'm gonna do a very aggressive long finger. I got this.
To me?
No, to homeboy who's getting all of his armor already.
Aragol.
Make a persuasion check.
That is going to be a 14.
Go ahead.
So okay, so I'm going to exit the tent like I own the place, and I'll be like, "You fellas are the best people I've seen all day. Everyone in there smells like regret."
Smells like regret.
Yes.
Regrets?
Yes. What are y'all doing here?
Some old lady told us to come get this guy so then we can go eat dinner. I don't know.
I am obviously this guy. No one here is worth a damn.
Are you Aragol?
If this is what you want me to be called, I will be called whatever you want. I just want to get out of this place.
Oh, well, we're looking for someone named Aragol. If you can point us in his direction, and you could, if you're looking to leave, we're going to be leaving pretty soon.
We'll go to Strauss for dinner.
About this time, you see the first head that popped out of the tent. That person comes out. He is a dark-skinned man, fairly swarthy, very thick hair that's kind of pulled back into a top knot, and a thick beard. He's got some makeup on. He looks like a bit of a dandy.
But his beard is nowhere near as magnificent as Thor's.
Obviously.
I'm drawn to the beard.
Establishing.
He is wearing a thick leather reinforced vest, and he's got a sword by his side. And he looks down. He follows where he saw Cody's character, Aragol, pretender, walk down.
One of you is Aragol again?
And okay. And as he's walking down to you with his right hand, sort of the wrist resting gently on the hilt of his sword, he goes, "That depends. Which one of you is the motherfucker that thinks he can demand things of me right now?"
I'm the motherfucker who thinks I can demand things from you right now.
So, whoa. I'm real sorry.
Wait. To add to it, I cast thaumaturgy as he said that.
Okay.
So,
serious
so-
intimidation on this.
so
shit.
I'm gonna.
Make an intimidation.
Can I oppose it?
Are you gonna tap dance or something?
Yeah.
Start
21?
pulling on the Ritz.
Oh, yeah.
What?
21?
And without missing a beat, he extends his hand and goes, "It's nice to meet you. My name is Andy. How can I help you?" He's not a small man by any stretch, but you are about a head taller than him.
Were you expected anywhere for dinner in the next day or two?
The hell are you talking about?
Tahor, produce the letter for this gentleman.
Letter.
Mr. Strahad invited us to dinner. Some old lady told us to come get you first. I don't know.
Good for you. I hope you made your peace. What do you want from me?
I don't know. The old lady told us to come get you.
What old lady? Look, I don't have time for this.
Grandma
Ava.
something.
Madam Ava.
Grandma.
Adam.
I don't know.
Madam Ava.
Madam Ava.
Can I go ahead really quickly and roll like how much I understand of their their backstory between these two characters?
Sure.
I know nothing.
Okay. So
She did some card shit. She said, "Come talk to you." Then we got an invite from Mr. Strav, and then we came here to get you so we can go to dinner.
Are you hungry?
Look, the man invited us. He said it was like safe patches and shit. We're here to, and I go on and on about into extreme length as to our circus and the benefits.
Okay, about 10 seconds in, shut the fuck up. I can't do this right now, okay? If you really want my help, you're gonna help me first.
We don't have
No, I think you're gonna help us first.
A little girl's missing. I'm not going anywhere with you.
I don't.
Tahor
Who's this
kind of
little girl?
changes.
My fucking niece. Her father's out looking right now, along with 3/4 of our party. You want my help that bad? Find her.
Tahor's demeanor changes. Fine, give me the details.
Her name is Arabella. She's 10 years old, about yay tall. She's got dark hair, dark eyes, skin like me. The last time we saw her was yesterday morning. Nobody knows what happens to her. She was here one minute, she was gone the next.
I don't suppose she was playing in any scarecrow fields, was she?
The fuck are you talking about?
Why haven't you found her? Why haven't you looked? Why are you here, not looking?
Somebody's got to be here in case she gets back. I'm far from the best tracker we have. We've got about 30 people out there looking for her right now who are better at it than I am. I'm better at other things.
Is there a place
Like?
that she likes to
Can
go to
I? So hold on. So
with anyone?
this is the morning. I can still switch spells, right? I can.
I would say, damn.
How long does it take me to switch spells?
It's
It's a thing that you have to prepare when you wake in the morning. Like so.
But is it, like,
it
early
gets
enough in the
cut down
morning
as
where
you
I
get
can
higher
say,
levels,
like-
but you have it's a decent amount of time.
Because I could prepare either sending or sorry, I could prepare locate object and I could do something that she has
Like a
on
toy
her.
or something.
That like you probably like negotiate, be like, hey, like you got something for her. But
Well, but I don't have the spell prepared.
It's a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something you just switch out in the middle of the morning after you've been doing stuff.
Yeah.
Really haven't had any rest yet on the trip.
We had a long rest last night. And,
We did.
And then we had a combat. So
But when did this combat? Where are we now in terms of time that this combat took place in relation to right now?
well, it was a total day's ride to get to this place.
Right. So
But,
where are
like,
we now?
so
Dusk?
maybe- yeah.
Nightfall?
Yeah.
From
We
where you're at,
I think so.
8 to 10 hours. It's been a full day. I'm gonna say right now it's probably evening.
Okay. So then he's probably not prepared then.
No.
So okay, it's fine. Just trying the easy routes.
I guess.
So I have nothing prepared that will help.
And Jeremy, you asked, like, does she have a favorite haunt or does she like to go anywhere with anybody?
Correct.
I don't know. She's a little girl. She likes to go play in the woods. Sometimes we go fishing. Sometimes we go on walks through the forest. Sometimes we ride ponies. It doesn't. No, there's no one place she likes to go.
Do you often need 30 men to find your niece?
How many nieces do you have?
I don't know. Maybe plenty.
Are there any ill-spoken places in the forest?
You're in Barovia, friend. They're all ill-spoken. Why do you think we sent 30 men out to find her?
Okay.
There's seriously no help.
What?
So 30 plus 5 will help you. 30 won't, but 30 plus 5 will help you. 30 plus 4, rather, will help you.
I mean, the more eyes, the better.
I don't need you. You need me.
And you won't leave until she's found.
I mean, I wouldn't if it was my niece.
I'm not of any use in the woods. I'd get turned around like that.
I think we should help. I mean, a lost little girl in the woods, that's an unfortunate circumstance that I think that we would be able to assist with.
Agreed. I can't let some lass be lost in the woods. But how do we find her?
I'll be waiting right here for you by this fire. When you find her, then we can go. You go wander looking for little girls in the tall grass. I'll eat. I'll rest.
I say to what's his name? Have you any means of fine-tuning her location? I have spells, but none will be available until the morning.
Trackers are out looking for her right
Where was she seen last?
here in Canning.
Okay. Well, I guess we can. Where did where did the trackers go? And we can go in a different direction and spread out.
So the camp, the old Svalich road that y'all were on, goes towards a town called Valaki. You are in the southern part of that woods. So there is a town, and then north of that town, there is a giant lake called Lake Zarovich, excuse me.
Okay.
You could get there like easily. You could get there within 20 or 30 minutes. To the town, you could on horseback, it's or the lake. It's no big deal at all. She was last seen in the camp.
All right. Let's go check out the lake. Maybe she wanted to go fishing, and we could potentially help. I mean, if the other trackers hadn't gone to the lake, then that would be the best bet.
I don't know where they went.
Okay, well then if I was a little girl, I might like the water. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws here. What do you think, everybody else?
Are there any questionable people in town? As far as
Milwaukee? We're not exactly welcome, but name a bureaucrat. He's questionable.
What's his name again?
Milwaukee is the
No, the person who's talking.
This is Aragon. This is the one who was mentioned in the car. Well, you weren't there for that.
Yeah, I was.
A-R-R.
Yeah.
A-R-R.
Have y'all left with this guy?
No, not yet.
You're still deciding.
You can hear the disapproval in his voice. A-R-R-I-G-A-O.
Okay.
My assumption is he's asking you to go do this on your own because he's already fucking sitting here, which means he's too chicken shit and useless to go look for his niece by himself. So I'm just gonna sit here and have a conversation with this guy while y'all go find that shit. He's either going with them or he's staying, and it sounds to me like he's staying. So if he's staying, I'm gonna try to talk to this guy and figure out what the F's going on.
Well, I guess perhaps it would be best if.
Send the monk out to go find her.
No, perhaps it would be best if we did split up. Maybe she comes back here, and then you're here prepared to receive her.
Right. How many people were in this thing that we've seen in these tents? Anybody come out, or it's just him and him so far?
You've only seen those two and these weird gray figures surrounding the hill that don't seem to be moving. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of them.
Hey, Era, whatever. Who are those people?
Helping?
Who are the creepy dudes in the cloaks?
They don't leave.
That's helpful.
You didn't really answer my question.
Yeah.
Useless as y'all are being right now.
Okay.
Elves. We don't get along.
Fucking
We tolerate each other.
fucking hell.
I turn now to Cody's character and I say, what is your name? Were you talking with him earlier to assist in this search party?
So,
Cody, this is a little meta.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and say that Cody was in camp because 1, he's a stranger.
Yeah.
2, when he came to camp, he was near death. And 3, he does not know these woods and does not know how to track.
Okay. Well.
So I'm sorry to interrupt, but please go on.
cool. New friends. Do you mind if we speak for a moment? I feel like I can help you out on this assignment.
Why so blue?
Jesus fucking.
Damn it.
Well, we are not friends anymore. No. Aragorn, let me speak with our new friends. I feel like my magic can be of help on their search.
Take all the time you need. They're clearly in no hurry.
So I'm going to try to lead our friends like down the hill a little bit.
Aragorn kind of turns and starts stalking back towards the tent, like pacing back and forth. He's clearly upset. He's frustrated, but he's a man who doesn't know what to do.
Why aren't you in search of this niece?
How the hell did y'all find this place? I can't find my way through any of this shit.
Give a shit about it.
Where
Clearly.
did y'all come from?
What is,
Another camp? I don't know. This place is foggy.
okay. My name is Bracco. This is highly irregular that we're here, but there are some certain circumstances that we need to fulfill in order to leave this place. you said that you are interested in leaving, so maybe we could help each other out.
Circumstances, you talk in vague. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible. This place is cursed, and everyone smells of shit here.
Then fuck the girl. Let's go.
But
Why are you looking for Aragal?
she was in a card reading of fate by Madame Ava. Have you heard of her?
No. No, I don't know who that is. But Aragal is this little. What is the right word for this? A piece of shit. Like everyone in this camp just is the worst human being that you could possibly find.
I mean, it seems like it.
Like I am not racist, but I want to be now.
Tahor asks to the side.
Why? I'm going to ask you again. Why are y'all looking for Aragal?
Tahor is going to say,
He's a member of our dinner party.
yeah, look,
I've been eating onions for 2 weeks now.
We know.
Is that what that smell was?
look, we came here originally to do some advertisement for our troop. Somehow we're stuck in this fog forsaken land, but apparently Mr. Straw is the only one who allows access.
Have y'all tried to leave this land?
Yeah, we have. It's all foggy and shit. But apparently we got free access because of Straw, because we're invited to dinner. So we're trying to get the dinner guests because of the because of the cards. And I don't know, man.
Y'all have a way out of here?
I guess.
Yeah, potentially with this dinner, if we can establish some sort of I guess contact with the Lord Strahd, then maybe we can come to an agreement to leave, and that's what we all want to do.
Apparently
least
Straw
want-
controls all the fog and shit.
Yeah.
He is. He's just dissing him. Dissing. And by the end of this, it'll be Bob. I won't even give a shit what this guy's name is.
Hey, Mr. S. Mr. S.
Why don't we do the simplest thing? Tell him we'll search out in the morning. You cast your spell to find this little girl at the break of dawn. You can resolve the issue with Aragal and then light upon the castle tomorrow.
That's fine by me.
We have to now go convince him that to let us stay in this camp overnight. First thing in the morning, we will bring his niece back to him.
Well, I don't know.
One other night in this
In trouble
onion
during the night.
that we're in right now.
What if it's in trouble
Have you
during
spent the night in this camp?
Have you anything
More than I want to.
Have you anything that can help in locating this girl?
We didn't talk about this.
It would just depend on what spells you have prepared. I'm sorry, no, we didn't talk about that.
Okay, cool. I have.
Or skills. I said you couldn't track, but that may have been just some
Yeah.
DM jazz.
Yeah.
If you can track, then.
The old lady said any travel at night is not advantageous. So I say we strike a deal. First thing in the morning,
Yeah, but we're in
find
protection
object,
of
we
Mr.
find
Straw.
this
We're
girl.
invited dinner guests.
We are. But sleeping here overnight is not going to delay our passage to that castle for dinner tomorrow night. All it does is
Fair,
put us
fair.
in danger overnight.
Fair,
I say
fair.
we sleep, rest, eat, wake up, cast, find her, return her to Aragal, and then bring him with us.
I second that.
That sounds fun.
And you're gonna have to spend one more night in this shithole.
So the only thing I'm going to add as a meta here, so looking at locate object, it's only got a distance of 1,000 feet.
Okay.
So can that be just like flavor texted to say it'll work, or I don't really have any other spells that are.
So for that particular spell, is that a casted used, or is that sort of like the
I
other
use
spells
it
where it's
slot.
persistent that
No.
as you move?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, but well, how much ground can you cover in
I was
10
gonna
minutes?
say, you could, like Andrew was saying, you could go to the lake or the city, cast it, and then just start fucking
Right,
bolting.
right.
Yeah,
And then you
no,
would
it's
to her.
right. So
But if from,
describe or name the object that is familiar to you.
We're not familiar.
Gosh.
You're not familiar.
Look,
You have to.
without giving too much away. It's not gonna work.
Okay, fair enough.
Letting a little girl at night alone by herself in the woods is not good.
How long she been gone already?
Don't know, but the longer she's out there, the more likely it is that she's going to get into some kind of trouble if she's not already dead. We should not wait, is my opinion. We should go and join the search party right now and see what we can find. The lake isn't that far away. It's about 30 minutes away, and it's only dusk. We still have sunlight.
I'm gonna ask Cody's character.
Oh, yeah, but
Any
30
idea how long
30
she's
is
been
away.
gone?
Do I have an idea? She was last seen around this time last night, possibly up to 24 hours, at least.
We all know how missing persons work.
At least
Well,
10.
It's 24 hours, and
Yeah, but
apparently we can
crucial
go.
time.
That's what she's lost.
We've all seen those here.
No, our troop does many good ones.
Are we able to
Shit, this
reach
just goes to
the
Andrew's
elves?
point then. It's not been long enough
You
to
haven't even
assume
started
that.
talking yet.
Well, then let's go to the lake then. 'Cause if it's a short enough thing, we can make it. Let's go to the lake. We'll check there.
Can I make an intelligence check with my time that's been in this fucking hellhole? Like what the dangers of traveling at night are?
It's only
I mean,
dusk.
we
They're-
know
they're-
this. We know this.
If you're with Vistani, you're safer. Vistani don't usually get attacked, especially this troop. They usually don't get attacked. You've never seen one of these Vistani be attacked. You by yourself and you with your party by yourself. Literally, you're the only survivor. So it's bad.
Are these 30 men
Then
out
we
and
can,
about
then we
looking
can
for
take
her?
the guy with us, right?
Yes.
These 30 men are out and about right now looking for her, right?
Yeah, it's still dusk, right? We still have sunlight.
No, I think he said
It's
evening.
waning. Yeah, it's like
But if we try,
sun
but
itself
if
is
we,
already
but if we
set.
take one of the guys with us, then that's
There's 30 already looking. What are we
Yeah,
gonna know?
Why don't we have the
Well,
elves?
Leave it to a vote, I guess. What do you guys want to do?
What other choice do we have?
Well, we don't. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. Now he's given us some meta information. We don't like. So, do we really have a sense that if you cast that tomorrow morning, that it's likely to be extremely fruitless? Is that the
Well,
idea?
he knows the limitations of the spell.
yeah.
Yeah.
He does,
I'll
but
know
we
I-
don't know
I'll
that she's
know I
going to be
have
any
to be.
farther.
I'll know I'll have to be close.
Right. We don't know at this point if you cast it whether or not she's within 1,000.
But we can at least look for signs.
I still think even if you can't, even if you don't find her on the cast, it still makes more sense to look for her in morning than it does in evening.
But if she hasn't been gone,
There's 30 people looking for her.
Less
They
than
can be
24
relieved
hours.
tomorrow morning. 30 men come home tomorrow morning. We journey out and find her in the daylight. Let
Actually,
them take the risk at night. There's no reason for us to take this risk in this nightfall. Let them take the risk. We'll take the risk tomorrow
Yeah.
under sunlight.
All I can say is exactly what Joe said. Travel with them because shit happens. We'll get to that point.
If she dies, she dies.
God damn it.
It's never not going to be useful.
So,
All right.
what do you guys feel like you want to do? It
Uh,
is.
At
Cam,
some point, we're now going to have to roll persuasion on each other to see
It's,
what
it's
fuck-
evening.
yeah.
It's let's say it's still the sky is always overcast here. It's purple. You can still see, but it's not great and it's getting worse.
I've said my piece.
She's been gone for at least 10 hours.
I want to speak to the elves, but
Okay.
I don't want to go by myself. Maybe they saw something. They were.
Well, the elves are part of the party, right? Like this group.
No, they're
Are they-
situated in front of each of
So
the huts.
according to Aragol, they sort of tolerate each other. And you know,
Yeah.
you've seen these Vistani kind of keeping an eye on these elves, sort of like maybe they're on parole or something,
Mhm.
shit like that. But they don't get along. They don't speak.
They don't
I'm
speak.
not
So I've
friends
never
with- no, I
spoken.
don't
I've never
think
spoken to these elves.
You've chatted with them, but they don't. I'm sorry, they don't speak with each other. It's not like, hey, how's it going? Hey, you wanna
We're
come
not
over?"
with them. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll speak to us.
It's almost like the Vistani are keeping tabs on them.
If you want to speak to them, we can't be with any of them. They don't like each other very much. They're very racist. But they don't smell like fucking onions. So, like, it's not a bad idea.
Who are you suggesting goes and talks to them?
he got the most charisma.
Well, just so we're clear.
He does?
Most charisma.
yeah, he does.
Do it. Talk to him.
Just so we're clear. I don't.
All right.
As
well,
you can tell, by the sound of my
Probably wanna-
voice and the shit I'm saying.
Keep ourselves no farther than about 20 to 25 feet from him having this conversation. I would think. We're gonna send him to have this conversation, right? But you know, I think
I'm not going to talk to this.
I'm not going to talk either. But
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
we
talk to
want to
the
make
dirty
sure we're
elves.
within melee range. If he's,
So
there's
5
no
feet?
reason to believe it's going to go south.
Those elves.
But I also didn't think scarecrows were going to go fucking light us up. So all of a sudden I'm fucking paranoid.
Those
Like,
elves in the fucking trees. That's just not natural.
say we stay within easily reachable melee range before he opens a conversation.
I would say whatever it takes to get out of this hell for second place.
I agree.
Like,
All right, pretty man, go talk.
All right, so you're gonna just approach all the guards. Excuse me.
Is that what they are? Those? They're guards?
Excuse me. One of the people who appear to be guarding the outside doors of the hovels. They're in gray cloaks. They've got their hoods up. They're just standing outside the doors.
Okay. I'd like to speak who's in charge of your little group.
The random person you go to is that would be Casimir, and he points you to the southernmost hut.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.
that was fucking easy.
So you go up there. You tell the guard standing in front of Casimir's hut. And you hear a, "Please enter." Is it just you?
Yes.
Is it just you? Okay.
I believe so, right?
No,
We're following within 30 feet.
no,
Okay.
no. I
He may
established
not
like
be.
talking. Like I'm gonna go with him.
So the two of you come in.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You have not done this before, correct?
I'm gonna say that like not talking to this person, no, but like
Okay.
in general, like if I've had
You know
like
who the hell this person is?
yeah, I would say that I am at least familiar with
Okay.
this person.
You've seen him come and go.
Yeah, but I don't think I've talked to him
You
directly.
don't know the name Casimir. Let's say, is that fair?
Yes, sir.
So as you walk into the hut,
I'll stay outside,
You stay where?
outside with you
All right.
guys.
So
Same.
if you want to take a break, that's fine.
No, I'm just saying, but
Okay. So as the two of you walk in, no, you don't have to.
no, I know, I get you.
You see what looks to be like a light elf. These beings are called dusk elves. You know that. You may or may not. It depends on you. They are just like normal wood elves. Their skin is a little darker, a little more gray in hue, as is their hair, called it like a blue black. This one's name is Casimir, as you heard. His hair, you see him from behind. His hair is pulled back into a tight top knot, and he has no ears. Like that's the first thing that strikes you. With his silhouette is just, whereas most elves are like out to here. And he turns and he says, "Ah, forgive me, I was in the middle of my night's meditation." And he starts to get dressed and he says, "I am Casimir Velikov. How may I help you?"
Forgive me for intruding on your meditation, but we are in need of some help, and maybe you can help us.
I will try to do these. May I have your names, please?
I am Bobby, and my friend here.
I've spoken to many of your friends. I'm Falcork.
It's nice to meet you both. How may I be of service?
There's a little girl that has gone missing, and we were wondering if y'all knew anything about this. It would be of great help to us if you did.
I suppose that's what all the fuss has been about up on top of the hill. I am sorry, sir, but with Sonny and my people, we don't get along. We are at cross purposes, you see.
I
I
understand.
might be, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Forgive me. I understand you don't like him. We aren't them. You would be helping me.
Make persuasions.
Yeah.
What do I have to roll for
Roll
that?
D20.
Roll a d20, and then you get to add a bunch.
Yeah.
Charisma 7.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Natural 20, 27.
I'm in complete awe. Like I'm
and
like
a little bit hard.
I'm like I'm gonna slowly like floor to ceiling, like, who the fuck is this guy? I am now 100% enamored by him.
He stops and he looks at you. Who do you want to find this girl, Mr. Parker?
We are on a quest, and if we cannot find this girl, then we cannot complete our quest.
You don't want to find this girl simply because it's the right thing to do.
I can give a shit.
I appreciate your honesty.
Sounds like me. I like this guy even more. Slightly more erect.
You understand how that's not exactly persuasive, but I will ask. What is your
Would you like to tell him?
Oh, for me, I just want to get out of this place. I want to get back away from everything that is here. This place is cursed.
Mr. Valkorovitz? I think those damnable Stani have a better chance of getting you out of here than I do.
Just because they have safe passage does not mean they actively leave and come back.
Is that your quest as well, to get home, and nothing more?
No, but we're on a limited time restraint.
What is it?
We've been invited somewhere, and I can't really speak of it.
Why so ambiguous?
I don't
Mr.
know if it is
Barker,
my place to say it.
I assure you, I am no one of any influence here. I am, if nothing else, a prisoner in this land.
Wait, did I hear y'all talking about Strahd at all?
Yes, because I was going off and I gave you the full
I don't want to
spiel,
speak about Strahd yet.
but I did tell
Oh,
you.
cool.
But it was also a very terrible summary that I gave about cards and some shit,
Yeah, okay,
and
cool,
like
cool.
Destiny and dinner.
I'm just gonna like go out and be like, they wish to speak to Strahd.
Why?
They're obviously incredibly smart. But apparently Strahd is the only one out of here.
You put your trust in that building?
No, but I would like to speak with him as we were invited to a dinner.
You have done anything?
It means to an end, is it not?
Your end is escape. Escape from this planet. Escape from his land.
Yes.
Don't you wish to escape from this land as well? Do you want to live under his rule?
What do you need from me?
We need help finding this little girl.
Sort of sighs, closes his eyes, sits back on a very low, kind of straw-stuffed mattress that just sits directly on the floor. And he pauses for about 30 seconds without saying anything. Then he stands and grabs a belt off of a peg that has what looks like a rapier hanging on it, and starts to put it on. Dresses in what looks like light armor and a cloak. We don't.
Well, you got what you wanted.
Make no mistake, Mr. Baca. I applaud your desire to escape. Do not trust a word that devil says.
We'll heed your
Is there
warning.
anything to eat? It's fucking shithole.
We're far
My
away.
friend Ulysses
We
needs
are
an
far
apple.
away.
You happen to have one?
An apple.
Or a piece of bacon, maybe?
It's like, before we do anything, your people and the Stani, they don't get along. These people eat nothing but onions and shit. Do you have anything that could be of service to us?
Are you asking me for a meal, sir?
No. No.
Yes!
No. No. I've ate nothing but cabbage stew and onions for 2 fucking weeks. They are ill prepared and know nothing of what is going on.
You're asking for finding this girl.
Yes, and any other help that could be. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Like, your land is great.
A human girl?
A human girl.
I'm rolling it.
Oh,
What the?
well, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for intimidate. Oh, that's a 2. Yeah, I'm playing intimidate.
All right.
Well, why haven't I been talking to you guys?
Just as an odd, so outside, so as long as this is taking, so it's almost binary, the sense in which this ability to cast the spell comes back to him. Is there any point to track an object?
Okay.
So this conversation is happening. Is there any sense that he can sort of reacquire the ability to cast this prior to dawn?
No.
Are we literally have to wait?
It's basically like in the game rules, I have to do a short rest before I can redo my spell.
Are we doing a short rest?
No, it's like at least 4 hours.
Long
How
rest.
long is this conversation taking?
Not 4 hours.
No, that was about 5
Where are
minutes.
we though?
We're
We're-
just down bottom of the hill.
You tell me.
I didn't want to talk to the dirty elf.
And I'm just trying to. Jesus Christ.
Anyone who's not a dwarf.
I'm a dwarf.
Don't get comfortable.
I mean, yeah.
No, it's just elves.
I'm literally trying to find a way
And
the
gypsies.
fastest path
And elves
possible
who hang out with gypsies.
for him to cast this.
Restrain
Consider
yourself.
It's literally
I'm
like that mindset of I know he has this capacity. We're literally looking to take care of him
Yeah.
in a way that gets him there as.
I can tell you, there's
Consider it like a
There's nothing that's gonna speed it up.
Yeah, it's like a physical effort. If you go to the gym and you bench press, you want to go home and rest for like 4 hours before you go
Right.
and run 6 miles. So
But
That's not a perfect
from what
analogy.
I'm just gauging it based on from what we've been through to where we've got to get to for him to gain that. So
yeah.
I've like gotta meditate for a couple
It's
hours.
overnight.
It's like
It's overnight.
get
Yeah.
fucking started.
What's
Get
up?
fucking started. That's what I say. This is the fastest way to get this guy to help us is to find this little
We
girl.
have like the whole
Your
elf
people
thing
have been
now.
watching the Vistani this whole time. Obviously, y'all have to have seen something.
I myself have not, but I could add.
I believe that would be advantageous of these
Okay.
obviously new friends that have the same goals as me. They obviously want this.
Okay. He looks at you, Baka, and he says, Mr. Baka, after this is over, regardless of the outcome, we should talk. All right, he goes around to each of the 12 guards, including the one in front of his hut, and he starts talking to each of them, and I'm just going to roll 1d20 for each of them, for all of them. Let you guys see this. And I'll say +6 because they're elves and they're guards. Okay. He finds 3 of them that say that during the night they did spot a figure lurking about camp, and that they heard a ruckus and then saw that figure kind of like heavily not running or kind of like lurching quickly out of camp with a bundle over its shoulder. Keep in mind, these elves are guards. They don't speak with Vistani. They did not know what was going on. It's not like they saw a little girl get kidnapped. They're just telling you they saw an intruder. They heard a scuffle.
You're telling who this?
Us.
Baka and Folkork. So it seems like we have our starting point. And that trail leads north.
So out of character, I know I described myself as Slender Man, but I didn't steal a kid. Just so
I mean,
Blue Slender Man.
kind of in character, but okay.
That's hilarious.
Who speaks Elvish in this?
I do.
You do.
I mean, they're all speaking common to you.
They're speaking
They speak it quite fluently. Can we take a quick break? I need to use the little girl's room.
Yeah. I also realize I have clairvoyance.
Is
And
he
also, I don't have shit to do tomorrow. So if you guys have a specific time you want to call this off, you let me know.
not specifically tomorrow? Is he with us? He's with us, right? Outside?
No, you didn't go talk with the elves, right?
No, it was only us two.
Yeah.
It was just
So you're-
them.
it's the 3 of us.
So
I
it's the
guess.
3 of us. Andrew, you are with me and Josh, right?
What are y'all outside doing? Because I would start tracking.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
I mean, nothing really, because like that whole thing lasted like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
they
They
were
just
just-
talked to
yeah.
the elf.
they just had our back. And things went.
I didn't want to go up and talk to the dirty elf.
Yeah, no, I went and talked to the only people who didn't smell
Did
like
you begin tracking?
Well, then no.
It's been 5 minminutes, so
Yeah.
It's only been a
could've-
6-minute conversation. If it's only been a
You-
5,
You've been just sniffing tents this whole time.
No, did you begin tracking?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
if it's only been 5 minutes, I would have just sat outside meditating and listening in on like one of like our talents going inside, giving him space, but also as like the bodyguard, like being well within distance to get where we need to.
Okay. I mean, I think the three of us would be somewhat coalescing around an idea as these two are in there. We have to have at least some.
Well, I think the plan is still locate object, but we can't do anything
I think
until
that's what it
the
is
next day.
too. I just want to get you there as quickly as possible, and it seems like there's really no shortcut.
Well, I think,
We're
practically the elves are going to be able to track us or show us the way.
I have
Because locate object is still only good just within 1,000 feet. We have
Right.
to get close.
We do, which I think, but to his point, I think the idea is that once you cast that, depending on the duration of the spell, the intent is to move you around however the fuck we have to move you around for it to trip something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of random. Like we would have to move in random directions for that spell to potentially get a ping. I think what Jeremy is doing and enlisting the help of the elves is getting, I guess, and I don't know. I honestly haven't been listening in because I was outside. So in real life, I
Same.
haven't listened. So whatever it is that they're doing, if they can enlist help for tracking purposes, that would be more practical, especially you knowing your own limitations to the spell.
It would. I don't get any sense that they're gaining any specific advantage with regard to direction. This conversation to me doesn't seem to be leading them in any direction that will be of any value.
I mean,
So
it could. We don't know that though. Like it depends.
Sure, we don't.
It depends on what the elves have and what came of their conversation, and I honestly don't know. So, like, if they have something, like, I'm willing to go along with finding that out. But then we do need to take a long rest at some point, and
We do.
yeah. So I think as time is going on, like as it's getting closer to dark, I'm more and more leaning towards taking a long rest. But
Agreed. And I think
that's the quickest way.
I think
Gosh, there.
I think we're already at that point. I mean, by the time we reached camp, Joe's indication was that it's already, at the very least, twilight. And that's why I say, not only do we have to wait till dawn for that spell to become available to him,
Yeah.
it just makes sense in general, having just fought these scarecrows, to gain some degree of rest and start fresh, because we still have a full day
Yes.
from here to get where we've got to get.
Right.
And I just think that doing anything at night sounds like a really fucking bad idea.
I agree. I was under the impression that we still had daylight. That's the only reason why I was like, no, let's go. But
I don't think we do.
Yeah, I didn't realize how close it was to dark. So, and that was player not realizing, but like in game, I would have been like, no, like agreeing with you. We need to rest, and then we can relieve the search party in the morning.
Yeah, I think at one point I specifically got Joe to commit to that idea that it's at the very least twilight, so it's not going to get any brighter, and it just makes no sense. It
Right.
just makes no sense. Yeah.
Agree. It's hard for me to hear especially when people start talking at once.
Yeah.
I'm kind of lost for tonight.
What are you looking at? What do you see through? What do you see right now?
I see you. I see the board. I see the dice that's in front of Josh's book, and I see Jeremy's books, and I can see the DM screen, and I can see when Joe looks up.
Okay.
I can't see Josh or Cody, and I can only see Jeremy whenever he sits up forward.
Right.
But
Okay.
predominantly, it's just you and Joe that I see. It's not a bad setup, honestly. The audio is the issue, because then, like, sometimes I'll hear Susan. So
yeah,
then it's like competing for like trying to force the conversation.
Female floor is good. I wish they would have done Valkyrie. I feel like the Jane Foster, especially in that cinematic universe, is just a terrible.
We got Ronda Rousey. Just have Natalie Portman pick up the hammer, throw a helmet on Ronda Rousey and have Natalie Portman still do the acting, and you can just look at Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
You want to look at Ronda Rousey instead of Natalie Portman.
From here down.
You do.
I mean, she's Thor. She's got to be like Thor-y. You can give her padding.
Thor should be a man. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. Aren't you late for a Tea Party convention? Go cut some holes in your bed sheet.
What?
Right. Why is Ms. Marvel a Muslim now? Get rid of that affirmative action Spider-Man.
We don't need Miles Morales.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so we have a plan of action. Casimir Velikov has vowed to help you, Baka. You reached out to him. You touched his better nature.
Is that what you touched?
There was a
Among other things.
I mean,
It was a 27.
He's an elf. You appealed to him. You said that you don't want to have dealings with Strahd. You just want to escape. A child's life is in danger, and with extreme hesitance, still, he is prepared to take you where you need to go.
Do you relay this to the rest of us?
Yeah, is he doing this?
I'm outside meditating.
Well, I walk outside and
Baka.
30 feet towards you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
And we explain the situation.
That's great. We'd like to fucking sleep and eat.
No, there's a chance now.
What the fuck? This I thought we talked to. It's
a
night.
little girl.
Did you not hear Ava talk about night? Do you want to fucking walk around and look at night for this little girl? Is that what you want to do?
Wait,
Go fucking
are
look
the
at this little girl
elves?
at night. There's 30 fucking people out there that haven't found her.
I like
Get
how
some
you're
rest.
really just breaking into like fucking.
I want
street
fucking
footage.
sleep. I want to fucking sleep and eat.
Wait, are the elves able to help us in the morning?
Someone toss this man a strip of bacon.
6 hours gonna make a difference.
Bacon.
Is it?
Wait, will the elves help us in the morning, or are they wanting to go now? Baka.
Well, I feel
Yeah,
like
y'all get a commitment from
I
elves?
feel like we need to ask our friends.
He
Like,
did put
what-
his
what-
belt on with his.
what do you believe would be the best
Aragorn
time?
has left the party.
What?
He's walking up the hill. Or excuse me, Casimir has left the party. He's walking up the hill.
So,
Wait, we lose him already?
Yeah, he's walking up the hill towards the tent.
so you talked about track our friend over here as we go up this fucking. I don't know.
You see him throw the flap of the tent open.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we following him?
I'll follow
You
him.
tell me. Then you hear him go.
I'm not following.
Hey! Heathen!
What is that?
Heathen?
Hey,
Hey, heathen.
Obviously, we follow the elf.
Sorry, he's yelling at
I'm following
back
the
at
elf.
us.
he's yelling in the tent,
I'm following the elf. Okay.
I'm following now.
and he turns around and walks down the hill. No, it wasn't towards you. That was inside the tent.
But he's walking up the hill.
I'm lost.
Walking down.
Now he's walking back down.
Playing fuck games with us.
No, he walked up to the tent. He opened the flap, screamed inside at somebody, and now he's walking back down. And as he reaches, about the time he reaches your party, you see Aragorn throw the flap open, and he looks enraged, and he starts storming towards your party and towards Casimir.
I take a defensive stance, like, calm down.
All right. And as he gets close to your party, he's ignoring all of you. He's looking straight at Casimir. Who the fuck is this no-knife here to think he can talk to me like that? And he starts to draw his blade.
On your tits.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast reduce on Aragorn's blade.
I don't even know how to respond to that. Just do it. Do it then.
Yep. Oh god.
Oh.
Whoa. Shit, let me go ahead and look at the large reduce because that's. Do I have to fucking roll?
It's a blade, like.
Yeah. So yeah. Hold on a second. Give me 2 seconds as I
What did you roll?
not a 3 plus
Damn, he's
6.
I don't know.
A 9?
Yep.
All right. So he's pulling his blade out, and he sees you start to cast a spell, and he sort of just like gives a little bob and weave, and you see that your little ball of magical, effervescent light energy just right past him. So you're on that side of things now, are you? After all we've done for you, fishman, you lanky motherfucker.
Goddamn racist.
So he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
The
The
sword.
knife.
So if you choose either a creature or an object that is neither worn nor carried. So I can cast on anything without. So if I cast on something that's not like gonna fight back, I can do it whenever. But if I cast something that's gonna fight against me, it's
You're
either
doing it on his sword.
on his sword. So
Yeah,
he's gonna have to make a
he'd say he
Constitution
was
saving
doing
throw.
it.
So he needs to roll better than a 9, real quick.
You did specify that?
Yeah,
already.
he's wearing it.
Well, no,
So,
the saving throw is against your DC, is it not?
no, it's against my spell casting,
Oh, okay.
my spell bonus. So like I rolled effectively a 9. Please say I didn't fail.
Just say it.
I'm still not sure it has to make that saving throw because it's not against Aragorn, it's against his weapon.
So
And he's not looking at you, he's looking straight at the elf.
So let me go ahead and go back. So you cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. Choose either a creature or an object that is neither worn nor carried. If the target is unwilling,
Okay.
Choose an object that is neither worn nor carried. You're saying.
So he is wearing.
if the
Yeah,
target is a
he's
creature,
He's doing both. He's wearing and
He's
carrying.
scary, yeah.
yeah.
So you can't target it then.
So
think you
no, actually no. He has to make a Constitution saving throw regardless. If the target is a creature, everything it is wearing. Never
But
mind.
you didn't target.
Yeah,
Yeah. But your
Never mind.
spell station.
Yeah, it's just a spell that I shouldn't have been able to cast in general, and we should just ignore that I did it.
Yeah.
Now you're embarrassed in front of the entire.
Hey friends, I'm really glad I met y'all.
So what is it? It's a Constitution saving?
Constitution saving throw.
Fuck it, real cool. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
Somebody ring the doorbell?
I think so. Good girl.
Okay. So he is storming.
Oh, sorry.
What
He
is?
is,
Yeah, I won.
he is,
Games work.
Say.
and as he pulls it out, you sort of just like. And his sword is now a short sword. And he's still storming towards the elf. And he like sort of stops and takes him and then
You're next.
Aragorn, obviously, what y'all have been doing is not working. Like they haven't done anything to you. At least that I can see. I've only been here for a little while.
roll persuasion.
Oh, sweet.
And with disadvantage, because you just cast a spell at him.
With disadvantage, so I need to roll 2. Ooh, that's gonna be a 7.
Plus, what's your
That is it. That
No,
is
it's
a
a negative.
7.
Ah,
Yeah. I'm a -1 in charisma. I am not the best at this game.
what's your AC?
My AC is 15.
Hmm.
All right. He takes a swing at you and misses. He like with his hand. He takes
Oh.
a swing at you.
Okay.
Tahor's gonna say, "Gentlemen, quiet the fuck down. What's going on here?"
Okay. You make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Here's pizza, guys.
Oh.
14, 11.
What's your
I don't think I have a.
Zero.
Oh no, I do. 14. 14 is the.
what is your charisma modifier?
That's persuasion.
Oh, it should be charisma.
My charisma is 0, but I've got a +3 on persuasion because of one of my,
Oh, okay.
I think, like
Okay.
modifiers somewhere.
So you can look at this if you want.
Is
He
it
rolled a
14?
19. So he's going to take another swing.
No,
at
no,
Cody.
I said a 14.
Me again?
Yeah. And he rolled a 19.
Oh, 19. Okay.
Maybe you shouldn't have tried to sneakify his sword.
And misses. All right, so he's sitting here trying to beat the shit out of Cody. I'm not gonna ask you guys to roll initiative just yet because as of now, this is mainly between
Two people, right?
Yeah.
Aragorn, Casimir, and Cody, but really not even Casimir, honestly. Now he's pissed at Cody. So what are you guys doing while this little kind of brawl is happening?
I'm gonna
I'm trying to calm
try
it down.
disengage the brawl and calm it down.
Yeah, use your charisma. Use your
How?
+7 charisma.
How?
Yeah.
And
I
anything?
jump between them and. Oh fuck, man! He's attacking y'all.
Any kind of persuasion you try to make is going to be a disadvantage, and if you get in there, you'll probably have to roll initiative.
If I tackle.
I
him.
yell, you think you're gonna do anything with that bitch knife?
That'll help.
I don't want to attack this guy. Maybe he's gonna help us.
You don't want to attack Aragol or Casimir? Or either.
Either. I want to diffuse the situation. I just don't know how to do it.
Cody probably didn't help. Surprising no one. So I'm letting you take all this time because they're gone. So we
Yeah.
effectively have a timer.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
Say my problem.
fix Cody's fuck
I'm
up.
gonna tackle him in an attempt, not hard, not like
Okay.
friendly, and whisper in his ear, "Calm down, my friend. We have to."
Make an attack roll against Cody.
Mhm.
Add your strength.
So
God.
Take advantage
so D20 and
because he's not looking at you.
okay, a D20 and
Plus your strength modifier
Advantage.
with advantage.
18
Oh.
-1.
Okay. And
Okay,
Roll again.
you don't need to roll again.
no.
You already.
Go ahead and roll again, just in case. Roll again. Roll again. Yeah.
Okay. 13.
Cody, make a Dex or make a Dex or Strength saving throw.
Okay. That's gonna be a 13.
Cody, you're on your ass.
Cool.
And what are you saying?
Like, calm down, friend.
Make a perception check.
Me? That's gonna be that's gonna be a 18.
All right. So you hear everything Jeremy has to tell you.
I need you to calm down, friend. We're not here to fight these people. We seek help.
Is he whispering sweet nothings in your ear?
So
And I gently lick your earlobe.
I'm gonna reach up with one hand and stroke his chiseled jaw. Be like, I like you.
I'm going to
you're my
throw
new
up.
favorite.
The interaction that launched 1,000 ships. Okay. So
What is your race again?
Tackling.
Oh yeah, I'm like full like
just kind
I'm,
of like lick a finger.
I'm like, oh yeah,
stroke his horns.
you're my favorite. You are now my favorite.
As you tackle him, Aragol's sort of standing a little stunned. He's just holding his now shortened sword. He's just fucking get off him. I'm gonna kill him.
Friend, please calm down. We're not here for this. We need help finding a little girl. We're not trying to fight anyone.
You're saying this while you're still on top of Cody?
No,
Correct.
I'm
And
gonna
my
be like,
chalice tick on his
Holding his bitch ass to the ground,
Thank you for saying.
waving his dick in his face.
Wait, not
well,
that.
since I've been like fully like,
Correct.
Wrecked the whole time? Is that what you're gonna
10.
say? Fully wrecked the whole time?
well, since he hasn't dominated me, and I now have understood his abilities, I'm gonna turn to Argol, and I mean I have really bad charisma, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to slightly intimidate him and be like, do you really think your false anger is gonna really do anything right now?
Sorry, did you say you were going to slightly intimidate him?
Piece of shit.
Good job.
Cool. That is a technically a 5.
All right, so he's standing there. He wants to get at you. He's not mad at Baka, but now he's pissed at you and I don't even know my own player's name. Casimir.
Well, guys, join this party. I'm fucking everything up.
So he sort
They goddamn fucking mess them all
of sort of stands. Get the fuck out of here. Fix this. And he holds his sword up to you.
You already got his balls in your face.
Yeah. I do a slight lick and then like.
You fix the sword? You disenchant it or?
Yeah,
I don't even know.
I'm gonna go ahead and give back a sword.
Okay. And so he turns and starts to storm away.
We're finding your niece.
Make a persuasion check. Straight persuasion check.
Straight percent. Yeah, this could be 10.
God damn it. This is the shit. I get too caught up in this shit. Like last time, whenever Josh was like dealing with the babies, like I started having visions of Madeline, and I was like, find her already. And walks off.
That was really intense, guys.
Gohor looks at him. You're pretty stupid, aren't you?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cast. No.
Fireball.
No, I'm a little hurt. I'm gonna take a little bit of a backseat for a little bit.
Okay, so you guys have an elf escort. You do not have a Vistani escort unless you feel like asking another Vistani. You're gonna have to go back into that tent where Aragol's storming off to. What do you do?
Well, can I make a quick check, like just how capable, like in my knowledge of them, how capable the elves are at traversing?
Never seen these elves. You've never interacted with these elves before. Like you've kind of seen them, maybe like kind of try to say hello or whatever. But the guards themselves, unless you walk up with a purpose, they don't speak to you. And if they did speak to
So
you,
I'm like at Buckingham Palace, and they're like,
exactly. If you tried to speak to them, they would direct you to Casimir, and you've not met him before. So
right,
you're.
okay.
I mean, he's lean, he's muscled, he's got some armor, he's got a cloak that looks nice, he's got worn-in boots, got a scimitar.
Boots with the fur
So-
and the apple bottom.
I think it's the main question of
God damn it, Jim.
does he recommend?
So I'm gonna say this,
Does he
like
recommend going
like
now?
I've not seen anybody be able to navigate the mist. It's not Vistani. They smell like onions, but apparently they're the only ones that can do this.
Well,
Really
I guess
racist.
I'll go talk to them.
Okay.
I don't like onions.
Casimir is right here with you. Casimir is in the group with you. Just to clarify, there is mist, but the mist, capital M, surrounds the borders of Barovia. It prevents you from leaving Barovia. Any mist in the forest right now, it might get in your way or may or may not.
Oh, so I'm just mistaken about what the mist
But
can do.
as,
Okay.
as far as like a misty night right now, Casimir looks at you with confidence. He says, I will find the girl.
I yield my time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Fog is a domain of Thor.
They're just real low clouds.
They are.
Okay, so
There's not even any lightning.
so what are we doing?
Let's go.
All right, so you lead off with Casimir at the head.
Yeah, I follow.
All right, so Casimir
What do you want?
is going. Well, he's going to investigate the campground first, and sorry.
Hey, Jim, are you coming with us, or are you?
That's what I don't understand. You've immediately just embarked with them, right? Like you've just immediately
They just said the fog is only like at the borders. It's bad.
right, but
Otherwise, it's just regular fog.
you've had no conversation with mine or Andrew's character. You've gone to follow them.
Yeah, there's a child thing.
Uh,
Oh, it's clear.
I haven't said I'm going anywhere. You
I
said
said
you're going
many things
anywhere?
about onions.
I'm torn because I want to stay with the party, but I also don't want to leave you alone, like as the bodyguard. So, like, I'm a little.
You're a bodyguard.
I am the bodyguard for this troop. So, if I do see them going with an elf escort, then and you're not
Then I'm
gonna
going to tell you,
Jesus Christ.
follow your heart.
Not good.
Yes, Mati.
I'll stay with you, Jim.
I'm not following them.
Yeah, I'll stay with Jim then in town and I'll let Tahor know that, okay, it seems that you guys just safety in numbers, be careful, but
You're literally leaving under cover of night, going into the mist, right?
Not the
Well-
capital M mist. No.
Yeah.
No, but it's nightfall.
Yeah.
Clearly nightfall, and they're heading out into it to find
I'm a dwarf. I
So
got night
something,
vision. Okay?
something that you would all know for free: dwarves and elves and tieflings,
better night vision.
infrared.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried
And-
about the person who told me don't fucking do shit at night.
Yeah,
That's what I'm worried about.
we all have
Great,
dark
you'll see
vision.
that thing that killed you really clearly.
We all have dark vision.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
okay. Yeah,
So,
I'll stay with you, Jim, and we'll try to make a camp somewhere in this vicinity.
In the yes, that's exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool, we'll
intake-
spend our like really weak spellcasters and one dwarf. Without,
Right, yo, you
I got
didn't ask
AC at
anybody
20.
before you went off walking, you fuckers.
Yeah.
Y'all just went off walking. Did you say anything to your fellow? Did you say anything to your badass monk about what you were doing, or did you decide to start walking your ass out into the dark? Maybe talk to your monk first, for fuck's sake.
I don't know what the fuck I did. No,
He's the
John.
guy who just asked an assload of scarecrows by himself. That's who he did. I wasn't there. No, you weren't there. You actually are exempt from that. That's true.
Yeah. I
Like, yeah, that's a scrawny looking jumpy motherfucker.
Oh shit.
yeah, Joe, I start preparing camp.
Yeah, do something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, I don't use money.
Don't worry about
Okay.
Yep. Call Venmo. It's real easy.
Hey Joe,
Yeah.
We just walk.
I'm here.
can I start after we've like made camp in town? Can I like do some investigation within the campsite, like within the Vistani, and just to kind of ascertain like who maybe had where does she like to go? Just do some like intel gathering.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
So, how's your evening, Andrew?
It's all right. I wish that I was there. It kind of sucks being by myself. How are you?
How many times do I have to say she died?
Happy to finally be included in this game as I mess it up
How much do I need?
fully.
Hey, that's all.
We don't have an
it is.
Yeah, we both do. We'll figure it out. We'll regroup with him and
Thank you. That's still like.
we'll negotiate with his SO.
Dominoes.
Doesn't matter what the fuck you think. Just talk to Heather. All right, that's fine.
I'll try to reestablish Monday phone call tomorrow.
So,
That's good.
in terms of you're investigating the little girl and her habits and like what she likes to do.
Yeah, we've established our campsite within this Stani area. Like we've made like our own little territory. What I would like to do is like once we've got our shit together, is I'd like to just approach the Vistani and ask them about her.
Roll a d20 plus your intelligence.
Thank God he's rolling it.
19 on the die.
Oh my god.
So 19, because I have 0 intelligence.
You go around. You ask the Vistani. You go into the tent. You weren't involved in that, so they're okay with you because also you're a human. So they're talking to you. Whatever. They don't give a
Hey,
shit.
fucking A.
As far as they know, you're a pale human. So you start asking the Vistani what she'd like to do, and they're trying to be helpful. They're all clearly, their worry for the girl is superseding their shadiness. And then you talk to the elves, who are not forthcoming, but they're not standoffish. And eventually, you find an area where the kids like to play, like ball, stick and hoop, knights, whatever. You spot a set of footprints, big footprints, heavy footprints, fat people footprints.
Ooh. All right.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? And y'all really call me out on this and correct me on this. Am I wrong that barbarians tend to have a bit of a heightened perception when it comes to tracking, or no?
You shouldn't be. What is your wisdom?
Not great.
No.
You know what, Jim? You and I should have a talk at some point with Andrew involved. about re-rolling your stats
Okay,
because I admit to ambushing you with that character sheet.
okay, that's fine.
And
Well, he's talked about that before, that we,
Yeah.
yeah, we probably.
because I didn't really, I admit I kind of forced this on you.
You have so many negatives.
I know,
Hey,
he's
go
an
fuck
idiot.
yourself.
Fucking bonehead, but he's getting there.
I have proficiency in survival, so between the two of us, I'm sure we could.
We're the
Tra-
best, I think we're the best to track this situation.
We're good trackers. So
So, it kind of incongruously, you set up tent, and then maybe you start fidgeting a little bit, and then you look at Ulysses and you're like, I'll be right back. You spend about 20 minutes walking around, talking to people. You go look up, you scout out the playground, and you're like, oh, shit. And then you call everyone. We'll say everyone. We'll say the elf is still looking because the elf rolled really poorly. And you call everyone to you, and you point this out. So everyone is with him in this sort of little clearing where there are a couple of balls and toys and sticks scattered around and footprints, and you see big man footprints.
now we should probably pursue these in the morning.
Yeah, it was still nightfall, still nighttime?
How many hours till daylight?
11.
Wow.
It's up to you guys. I leave it to you.
I think we have to roll for it because
Roll for what?
persuasion. I
No,
feel like
it's
we're at an impasse.
It's up to y'all, man. You're not.
I mean,
Casimir's,
that's
No,
what I
no,
was
no,
saying
I mean-
earlier.
I mean,
like,
like,
I think we
between
are
us.
literally at a point where.
Casimir's down. It's between y'all. Casimir doesn't give a shit about the Vistani, but you have convinced him with that natural 20. You're his bud.
Jim, shall we roll for it? What do you want to roll against?
You're still committed to going. You want to go.
I'm committed to going right now. That's in character. That's what Hor would do.
He's not telling us what he's spotted. He's just seeing the prints of the big man, but we don't have a sense of a direction.
Oh, no, you can talk, please.
Okay, do we know what direction these prints are going?
They look to be going in that direction, and I name a direction from the cardinal.
No, they're
South.
going towards the city, but they're not direct. It's almost like they're into the woods at an angle.
To the wood.
Not northeast, like northeast.
Okay, so I point that out. I say that these are the tracks of somewhat of a heavier set individual, at the very least an adult. And
And they're not. It's not just fat people. It's like this person was lumbering, but this person was also carrying something.
yeah, so like this person like was encumbered with something. It's potential that, you know, she's in that direction, but I also agree that perhaps waiting until the morning, whenever we're all fully rested and have, you know, we're at our best, is potential. However, if you guys want to go, I will not stop y'all from going.
Yeah, the upside, I guess, if I think about it, the upside to pursuing now is that though the longer we wait, the more we reconstitute our abilities, the further away the little girl is likely to get.
Right.
So
All right, that's fine. We'll throw in. We'll go. Can we gather everybody? Is everybody coming?
Everyone's here.
Everyone's coming if we go,
Everyone's
including
good.
giant gay white dog. Talk
I have blue.
Right. Okay.
Slightly blue. I'm more teal.
Okay. All right.
he's
All right. Well, we grudgingly
more of a Huckleberry Hound.
accede to the idea that if they want to go look at this now, we're not crazy about this because it's still nightfall, but we'll go look. We'll follow the tracks.
All right.
Let's do this.
You want me to roll survival as well?
Sure.
Uh,
Oh,
Seven.
now you don't roll 20s?
Thank you, sir.